Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jock. Opie and Anthony.
Did you see what they could do on the internet?
Yes, I have.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Norton. Hello.
I'm a white guy, and I used to be a waiter.
Yay. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just rooting for the home team. Go ahead.
You know the main thing in your life? Sense of humor. Lose that, you're done. You might as well blow your brains out.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Where do we begin today?
Hi.
We got a porn star mad at us.
Yeah, that really broke my effing heart.
We got a satellite radio decision that has to be made today. We got a moving crew here.
Yeah, that's encouraging.
At the radio station we're broadcasting from.
It's encouraging when they're just stripping the walls of pictures and even our pictures off the screws that we're holding up, and it's just leaning against the wall on the floor.
Waiting for the moving guys.
Yeah.
They're telling us that they're just moving offices, and lucky us, the corporate guys are moving into this office.
Yeah.
Or this office space.
Whoopity-doo.
That's really exciting for us.
Good to have them here.
And I guess everybody's moving downtown except for us because we have this weird radio deal where we have to split our time between two companies and two different radio stations, so we can't move.
Isn't CBS? They're moving too, right? And they just built that little studio temporarily? Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, you make a good point. If we're staying, why are you taking our picture?
Yeah, why is our picture leaving? Do we at least have one or two pictures up? Could you leave like maybe a K-Rock thing and a O&A thing?
You can't have anything fun, on the walls if you're corporate. They don't know fun. They don't know fun for their office space.
Yeah.
Every time we had to go over for a meeting, which meant we were getting yelled at, it was never a, hey, why don't you come over and just hang and let's get to know each other type of meetings. Never.
They're just going to put pictures up of like the final scene of Braveheart where they're disemboweling him. That's what executives like having.
They like to have just like pie charts on the wall.
Yeah.
This was a good pie chart from when we were very productive and very successful as a company.
This is supposed to give us incentive to bring us back to those prosperous times of the blah, 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 blah.
They don't even have those inspirational posters. It's a mountaintop and then, sky's the limit and blah, blah, blah,
sky's the limit.
blah, 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 blah. So what does that mean? They're just moving everything today? It's moving day?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, today's clean out day, and then Wednesday everything gets hauled out of here.
The hell's going on?
People and everything?
So what happens to us?
We're cool, apparently.
We haven't even met the new boss, who, of course, is the same as the old boss.
I should write that down.
Who said it best a long, long time ago. Why hasn't he come by and just said hi? I know he fired us once already.
Townsend?
He's the guy that fired us in Boston. He's the new guy down here, but he's been the new guy long enough to not be the new guy anymore, but we haven't seen his face. Last time I saw his face, I was sharing a cart with him. I was golfing with the guy, so I know I'm good with him. We're good with him.
Oh, yeah. No, that was ancient history.
He was hoping that I would, slice one into the wood so he could be done with me.
It doesn't even matter how much you know these people, because just remember this scene.
He's gone, and there was nothing we could do about it.
Yeah.
Biggest day of your life, and it's an empty room with the chairs stacked.
He's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
He's gone, and there was nothing we could do about it.
Oh, really?
Well, we'll have to just do our show and see what happens.
Yeah, that's all we do. That's all we've ever done.
Are they taking anything out of this studio during the show?
I don't know.
They better not take our TV, those mother effers.
No, TVs. All the equipment in here is staying. Apparently, nobody wants this stuff.
Well, obviously, look at it. I can't even identify half this stuff.
They're getting all new stuff downtown. That's all brand new equipment.
We have a
brand new stuff.
We have a top-loading TV VCR combo behind Anthony,
and they can't have it.
Yeah, that's ours.
Ours.
That's right. They're not getting that in 1985.
What was the last year they made a top-loading VCR TV
Terrible.
combo?
I want to tape one day at a time with that.
What was the last time they had that?
I don't know. That is really ancient.
And when those were rolling around in everyone's apartments and houses, everyone's like, technology's never going to get better than this. This is just amazing.
This is a VCR that's attached to the television set. So if one breaks, the other one's screwed too. It's wonderful.
But how can we ever possibly improve on this fine technology?
On the top loader. Well, doesn't a lot of dust get in there and stuff? Shut up. What do you want, a front loader?
What are you going to do? How was your weekend, Anthony?
Oh, action-packed.
Yeah?
Well, I did have a little Warren Dean's christening.
Aww.
It's Dawn and Patrick's little baby.
Yep.
And I was, of course, the godfather.
Aww.
Yeah. So I'd stand there, and they just run you through it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
It's like a gig.
Yeah.
It's like a gig. The priest is like, all right, now what you're going to do, you're going to come up here and you're going to stand behind the parents. And I'll say some stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then you say, you agree with that. Of course, you'll say, yes, I do. And I will, as per the questioning. And I feel like I should have a wireless mic on and be sent out after some stripper onto the stage at the Hard Rock. That's how we go. That's our prep for gigs.
It's good to
Last minute.
It's good to know Jesus wings it just like the rest of us, though.
Yeah.
We're just going to go with this thing.
We'll wing it.
He's paying attention up there. He'll make sure it's done properly.
Yes.
And then he'll do some voodoo, hocus pocus stuff and hit the child with something that makes him
Jesus magic.
One of us.
Jesus magic. That's what he'll do. But they have all the symbolism and everything that they do. So, first they grease the kid's head up with the little oil on the thumb. Mm-hmm. They got to give you the little cross on his little head.
Right.
And then there's the old anointing with the oil, and they rub their little chest with the oil.
Mm-hmm. Giving him acne for the next 3 days.
Yeah. He'll be broken out on his chest.
I'm sure Dawn is thrilled about that.
And then they give the old head dunk. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to put some water over their head.
Yeah, but they changed that. Aren't you supposed to gunk?
Like what?
Well, in the river, they tipped you all the way back and kind of held your nose and made sure you got a nice...
Well,
a nice
God,
dunking.
I wish I could remember her stupid name and how she tried to baptize her 5 children. Or Susan Smith.
Right.
Yeah, she's good at baptizing.
But now they just kind of pour the water on the head.
Yeah, they kind of lean the kid back and pour a little water on his head. And then at one point, the priest comes up and he goes to the parents and grabs the sides of their head and says something under his breath. It's I'm kind of doing some kind of faith healing thing. I don't know what it was. And then my job is pretty simple. I just got to stand there.
Yeah.
And then I got to, denounce Satan.
Yeah.
And all of his shenanigans.
Why do you get
apparently?
Why do you have to get involved with that?
Well, because at the same time, Clemenza was shooting someone with a shotgun.
There you go.
And Mo Green's eye was being taken out during a massage.
And Bartini was grabbing his chest in the worst staged fall ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lavish
like Barzini,
half circle.
Yeah. So then I had to hold the candle, which represents the light of Jesus. The light of Jesus.
They gave you the responsibility of holding the light of Jesus. What are they, nuts?
Well, the godmother would light it.
Right.
And then it gets handed over to me, and then I got to stand behind the parents and hold it.
Yeah.
And as the priest said beforehand, and could you please not tip the candle over so there's no wax ends up on the carpet?
Yeah, well.
So it kind of takes away from the whole mystical, magical part of it.
Right.
You'd think if it was this miraculous candle, the wax wouldn't melt and hit the carpet.
And if it did, Jesus would just clean it up when the church goes dark.
Yeah.
And no one's around to see his magic.
His magic. Right. Lights out. Everyone leaves. Jesus goes, look, the wax is gone.
Yeah, and then they just the next day go, wow, it was a miracle. The wax is off the carpet.
Yes.
You should have just blown out the light of Jesus and said, there's no God.
There is no God. My name's Fred.
Jesus was a man like you.
No, I did have to blow out the candle, though, at the right time.
What if you blew it out at the wrong time?
Well, the priest told me. I'm just following orders.
Too much responsibility. I don't like that you had the light of Jesus this weekend.
I was holding that light of Jesus.
You know, with that shaky hand of yours, you could have caused earthquakes and stuff.
Shaky hand? I'm steady as a rock. Should have seen me. The candle was
Were you a little nervous having the light of Jesus in your hands?
Nah, it was a candle. some candle that they buy at some goddamn Sam's Club for churches. You know it. You know it. There's church stores.
Yeah.
This candle doesn't come from some holy place. It's not some guy that climbs some mountain, comes down with candles and white hair, and distributes it to priests. It's like anything else.
Yeah,
we buy wholesale.
That's the sad part, huh?
Yeah, all that stuff. The big Easter candle things that are out there, the candles with the light of Jesus, the oil that they anoint with.
Well, the little restaurant candles. They're either restaurant candles or they're in the churches, so you can make your prayers and stuff.
That's it. Same wax.
Same wax, same little thing.
That's it. All that stuff is just like, look at everything. Even the stained glass windows. I'm looking at them going, it's really something. The light comes through, and there's Jesus, and he's, being Jesus, doing Jesus-y things. And then you realize some contractor just did that and got paid for it in money. He didn't do it for, to have his sins washed away.
Right.
He charged for it. And
how does the magic go into the priest?
He apparently gets a calling that he does not want to have any relations with women, and then becomes a priest.
But how does he know that he's got the magic now?
I don't know. You're supposed to have this calling.
What if you go through everything and realize you never got hit with the magic, but you don't want to tell people you didn't get hit with the magic, but now you're out there preaching the word of God, and now it's all phony because you never got hit with the magic?
Then you go back home to your brother Tony, and he takes you to the disco, and you tell him that you're no longer going to be a priest. And then the mother freaks out. Father Frank will come back to the church. Father Frank will come back. Well, look at you. Now you got 3 pieces of crap children. That's right.
The whole thing is mysterious.
It is very mysterious.
You got to have a lot of faith.
You certainly do. Because, I almost let slip the F-bomb 3 times in church.
Why?
Because I'm just conversing. After everything's done, you're in the aisle there, and then you're talking with relatives, and I'm just talking the way I usually talk. And I'm in the house of Jesus and God and everything, and I'm just, I took the F in this, and
there was a bunch of
F in this, and
there was a bunch of union guys that built the church.
Yeah.
So what? As soon as you leave the church doors, then it's okay to curse and be a normal person.
I don't get all holied up.
I don't understand all this stuff.
It's got to get all holied up.
I try to have an open mind. I don't understand the magic thing.
It's magic in there happening, though, apparently.
When you're using Sam Club's candles.
Yeah.
And an oil, that just came from a supermarket somewhere.
I just figure the oil is in a big 55-gallon drum with a pump dispenser on top. And they just here's anointing oil. We buy it in 55-gallon drums. It saves us a fortune.
Yeah.
The Vatican loves it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So now he's now a child of God, right?
He has been cleansed of what do they call original sin, Opie, because I
love that song.
We're all just...
In excess?
Yes. We're all just stained with the original sin, just being born.
Well, that's not fair. We didn't do anything.
I know!
What the hell did we do?
That's why little kids, when they die before baptism...
Yeah. Just float around for...
They're in purgatory. Mm-hmm. They're in purgatory. So they got to have this original sin cleansed of them.
That's just not fair.
It's not fair for a little tater tot like that. And then they don't do it. It's not a very personal thing because there are other families there.
No, I know.
They have a whole crew that in.
They got lazy. I think
assembly line.
I think when we grew up, it was one kid, one ceremony, but now it's like everything else. Mass-produced the baptisms.
Who was sitting there in the church while Michael Corleone was denouncing Satan, waiting for their turn? Excuse me, what about my baby?
But if you got money, then you could have the church to yourself.
Yeah.
The almighty dollar.
It was great. We laughed. I gave Patrick a ticket to Vegas, sent him out to tell him I don't want to see him.
That's all you were thinking?
You're
Godfather
out of the family
stuff?
business, Patrick.
Yeah. And why do they lock the doors at night at these churches?
To keep the riffraff out. There's a lot of expensive stuff in there.
Yeah, but
see that? Gold goblets.
That's not too godly, though.
Well, even they agree that there's some evil people in the world.
Which just blows up the whole spot of the church. You got these amazing, warm churches, whether you like homeless or hate them or do you tolerate them, whatever, but when they lock the doors at night and the homeless people are piled up on the stairs outside the church, I think to myself, well, that's not too nice.
No.
I mean, if you're going to go into the religious business, you know, you got to deal with the smelly homeless guys at night. What can I tell you? Because that's how it was back when Jesus walked the earth.
They don't want the pews to be literal pews where you go in and yeah.
But do you understand how ridiculous that logic is, though?
Yeah.
Because wasn't Jesus all about helping the down and out?
Oh my God,
the downtrodden.
He would help lepers.
I hate that word, downtrodden.
Lepers,
all that stuff. Yeah. They kept their church doors open back in the day.
What do you think they were going to do? Lock them with what?
Well, they're locking them now. When all these people need help out there.
Maybe back then they just didn't have locks.
Oh, really?
Would they have those big boards that kind of slide on those metal brackets?
Yeah.
I don't know how they locked the door back then.
Aren't we all equal in God's eyes? And the homeless bums, you know, they need a place to rest their heads at night.
And they're looking in a nice church.
And they're looking for you.
Not in a nice, clean church.
As in the warm, nice churches.
They don't want duty on the floor.
They don't get their own, like row. It's beautiful.
And
they could set up camp for the night. That's why the whole thing is ridiculous. They're deciding when they want to be charitable to people, these churches. You don't get that choice.
No. Well, churches are magical for special people.
Yeah.
People that conform to society a little better than some others do.
All right, we got to take a break. The gorilla story is amazing. Governor Paterson.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Just because he's blind, he wants
another story between the two.
Governor Paterson is blind, and he wants us all to suffer because of that. We'll explain after the break.
Oh my God! Does he want to poke out everybody's eyes? I read about
yes.
that.
He might as well.
It's an eye
he might
tax.
as well, Jimmy. He might as well.
An eye tax.
You have to give your eye, one of your eyes at least, for an eye tax.
If you can distinguish between a building and a cloud formation, he wants to charge you extra.
He's
blind goose.
He's trying to mess up all our fun because he's blind and can't enjoy it. We'll explain next. Opie and Anthony just getting started. Another fine week of radio has begun. What's up, peeps? 877-212-0A. The Opie and Anthony Show. This Governor Paterson here in New York State.
Yeah, what the hell is he talking about now?
Don't want to piss off the local bloggers. We're going to talk about New York State for a second. Is that okay? All we do is talk about New York. This is important.
Virginia's still here, too. Apparently hasn't left the Union. Okay, back to New York.
Right.
Exactly.
And if they get this accomplished in New York, guess what? It's going to go everywhere. Governor Paterson wants to tax the internet porn.
What?
He wants to tax internet porn.
You know, I read
just
that.
Just because this guy is blind and can't enjoy internet porn, he wants us all to suffer.
Why should the government
find your money somewhere else?
Why should they get their hands there? Why? Why should they profit from that?
That's a very good question. 4% on what? A 4% tax on what? Ugh. Each batch?
Wow. Any transaction that's related to that. He's added the digital download tax to his package for like iTunes stuff, and now they want to add it to porn sites.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it might even go higher. They might make it, in the sin tax category, which is escalated, like they do cigarettes. It'd be a huge tax.
How dare the government continually stick their hands in everybody's pockets?
Amazing.
It is sickening, because they can't manage the money we give them. They have to just continue digging their filthy hands in your pockets and taking more.
Yeah, we all look at our paychecks and you go, wow, the government just got all that? It doesn't matter how much you make, by the way. It's all relative.
Yeah,
You're like, I make this much, and you look at, wow, I just gave the government this. And like Jimmy said, and they can't figure out how to manage that money properly, and so they go after more of our money? That's crazy.
Give us more.
That's nuts.
Oh, and I didn't even think of the whole thing with porn, internet porn, and the fact that he can't see it.
Oh, you didn't know where I was going with that?
No, I now it makes complete sense. Why would he care?
Yeah, he hasn't seen a freaking...
Hard to spank to Braille.
Yeah.
I have to think.
What else does he want to tax? Sunglasses and eye charts? Boo. Boo. How about we tax dogs, seeing eye dogs? How about that? Or canes?
And I want a 1,000% increase on binocular tax.
It's it's a nice headline.
Magnifying glasses, other things of sight.
Of sight. Just keep rattling them off.
Yes. $50,000 monocle tax.
Monocles.
He also
They couldn't figure out how to anchor that crap to your head. You had to like squint your eye to hold that thing in place.
It's terrible. The monocle is terrible.
All right, the people that came before us, I don't even want to call them our ancestors. They were just stupid. You get a little piece of glass that makes you see better, but the only problem is you got to go like this and squint the whole time.
Hold it in your eye. There's a monocle, don't you know? And then when you're surprised, it always pops out because you go, oh! And then it pops out.
Well, why couldn't we figure out maybe some kind of like twine or something?
Yeah, eventually they figured out, you got a couple of ears. We can maybe lean a couple of things on there.
Right.
Hold it on your nose.
Right.
Put two of them on there so you're not looking through one piece of glass.
Oh, is that where glass is not around, or was that just a way for one? That is such a. Who wouldn't put two and two together and go, let's hang that off the ears?
Yeah. It is just the dumb monocle.
It really is dumb.
Well, the original glasses, I don't know if you know this, were actually a nail through the head with a string tied that was just dangling in front of your face. That model didn't sell very well.
and the guy didn't understand.
It was called the ouch.
Yes.
He opened up a shop and everything and waited for people to show up, and they never did.
Nobody purchased it.
So what's going on with this stunt brain? I mean, this is a nice headline, but it's going to take a long time for this to actually happen, right?
No, they could get this done in a couple of months, but the big scandal about him today is he imposed a wage freeze on all the state employees, and then they find out he gave a bunch of his employees huge raises. So if that comes to light, they're going to start sitting on all this stupid tax stuff. It looks like he's pulled the fat tax idea.
Who's?
Everybody said that was stupid.
Who misses Elliot Spitzer? Come on, raise your hand out there.
I did from day one. Well, when I
raise your hand.
When I found out what he was all about, then I started missing him.
He'd be bad too, I bet you, right now, though, with the economy.
He wouldn't get all this stuff done because he's got to get some party time in.
One of our favorite people, Gary Ackerman. You know, we've talked
what happened to Gary.
Well,
kitty
Gary,
porn? Please tell me it's kitty porn.
No. But in this day and age,
we've known him forever.
It's the scarlet letter of overspending.
Right.
Is what he's done. Apparently, he went to England for something he says was some congressional thing he had to go to.
Yeah, right.
At a cost for travel of $14,000. And somebody was grilling him on this.
Nice.
Just grilling him on it. And he finally fessed up. First he went, I didn't go to England. That was his first answer. I was like, no, we have records that you went to England. And he goes, oh, it was a congressional thing. He goes, how come it cost you $14,000 to travel to England?
Right.
He goes, oh, I don't know. I don't book that. You'll have to talk to someone. It's always someone else. They pass the buck. It turns out he went first class.
Nice.
The whole, and I'm sure it was really nice first class on a nice, expensive airline.
Who's Gary Ackerman?
Gary Ackerman's
he's one of these
local
politicians.
Queens.
Congressman from Queens.
We've talked to him, though.
Yeah, many times.
Yeah, he's been on our show. And
I love when you get caught for something. Your first try is to just completely deny that
it wasn't me.
You even did the crime.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, that, okay. And then you got to make it sound like you just misunderstood the question.
Right.
Oh, right.
Oh, that
England.
Europe. Oh, that Europe. That England, right.
Yeah, that England.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant New England.
Right.
Which is because it's here. And it's closer, and to spend $14,000 to go to Vermont,
and who doesn't,
is silly.
And who doesn't enjoy the fall foliage?
Foliage, I did do that.
Right.
But England, why? I don't.
He's probably like hanging out with some hot French whore.
Yeah, like Franklin, like Benjamin Franklin.
That's what he used to do over there.
Go there and have sex with perfumed up French whores.
How hot does that sound, French whore?
Until you realize that they didn't shave very well.
They had no VD stuff back then.
Yeah,
that's probably it's probably there's a stress on virginity. It's probably venereal disease.
Yeah,
I'm getting in society, sure, because back then they couldn't cure it.
Oh my God, but Ben Franklin might have had that.
Maybe that's why all his hair fell out.
His hair fell out. He needed follicles.
By the way,
that's what he was doing with that key and the and he was trying to get shocked and put it in his head, thinking he was going to grow new follicles.
He was trying to shock the growth area.
Yes,
he was being sick of being called that bald fat lady with the high stockings. Worst lie ever getting caught was when me and Levy, this is probably 1994, had went to Canada to do gigs and we didn't get working papers. We were making no money, and we got stopped at the border. And I had no cash, and Bobby didn't have cash. He had credit cards. And they're like, what are you doing in Canada? You know, and we didn't want to say we're going to work because we had no papers. So we're like, we're just going to visit. And they're like, well, how much money do you have on you? And I'm like, nothing. And Bob's like, nothing. And they're like, could you guys come in the office? So we're in the office, and they're like, what are you guys doing up here? Have you ever been to Canada before? And I'm like, no. And Bob's like, no. And they check Bob Levy, and they're like, well, it says that you're a performer, and you performed here, and you performed there, and you performed in Toronto, and you performed in Montreal. And he's like, oh, yeah, that was Canada. That was what he said. Yeah, that was Canada.
That should have been followed by a full body cavity search.
Dude, it was the worst lie anyone's ever told.
Horrible.
I looked up to Levy back then, and even I was like, you are a blithering idiot.
It stinks.
Those Border Patrol people make everybody into a panicky Pete, though. Yep. I don't know what it is, but you just start... They
know how to ask the questions like that, too, where it's like they'll ask you something, you trip up, and they go, no, we already got the answer, dummy. I'm not asking you a question.
Right.
I'm looking to see if your answer matches mine.
Every time I drive into Canada, I'm always telling the passenger, act normal. Just act normal.
Be cool.
And they always have to turn to me like, why don't you take your own advice, you panicky Pete? You're losing your mind here.
Let me handle this. All right. Thought I'd take care of it right here in Brainerd. That's how you take care of it.
Yeah. So we got a tax
I want to be in full compliance.
Tax thing on internet porn.
Compliance.
Stupid full compliance. Let's say hi to Mike in Connecticut.
My tags.
Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
What's
Mike.
going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I was calling about that gorilla story you're going to get to, man.
Oh, the chimpanzee.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I'm from Connecticut, man, and we used to see that lady, drive that thing around town. During the summer, they'd ride around with, like, a convertible, and, like, they'd bring it to the ice cream store. It'd be, like, dressed up like a little kid and shit.
Weird stuff.
Sorry, boys.
Apparently this Chimp was very popular, very famous. Chimp has been on commercials and stuff.
Old Navy, I believe.
Yeah.
Coke.
Old
Yeah,
Navy.
you'd see it around town all over the place, man. I guess it must have just had a bad day or something.
And this woman would drive around this 200-pound, what amounted to a 200-pound bodybuilding strength retard. Is pretty much what it is. That's what you got to know. A chimp is pretty much a giant man that is pumped up on steroids. Picture that. A pumped up on steroids retard.
It's pretty much, taking your Down syndrome kid and just pumping him up on the roids.
Pump him up on the roids.
Pretty much so,
and then
man.
slap him around and let him out and see how he interacts with people. Sometimes he'll shake hands and smile. Sometimes he'll eat their face.
Yes.
It's what they do.
He'll either pat their head or flip the police car.
You cannot, and they say it time and time again, you can't make pets of these friggin' things. You can't, you just can't. Well, they have a primal instinct that sometimes clicks in, and they just decide, for some reason, I don't like you, and I have to eat your face off.
Yeah. They said he might have had Lyme disease, though, which makes you nuts. The people say he had Lyme disease, and the first woman he attacked was a friend of the family, but they said the dummy might not have recognized her because her hair was different. So when she came over, he just attacked.
Wouldn't you just keep your hair exactly the same every time you were hanging out with the lady and the chimp?
The chimp in the wild doesn't look, and all of a sudden the female chimp he's with has a new hairdo or extensions. They just look the same.
Unbelievable.
Change that hair. That chimp wants to bite off your private areas, your feet, your hands, and your face.
We're so lame, too. Like, us gym rats, we go to the gym, we lift, and we think, wow, we're strong. And then you read a story about this chimp who pretty much flipped a cop car over because he could. And
ready to rip the door open before they shot him.
Right, just did all this insane stuff. And this guy hasn't spent a day in the gym, this dumb chimp.
No. They just kind of work out just by living.
You think?
That's pretty much
they're
it.
They're just monsters.
It's solid muscle and bone. This thing would tear Liddell's face off.
Oh, yeah.
You send Fedor after it. It would bite his head and smash his genitals. You can't fight this thing.
You can't win. Apparently, the woman that was with the chimp when it attacked this other woman stabbed it with a big kitchen knife, big butcher knife.
The owner.
Yeah, the owner has stabbed the chimp.
That loved this thing like a child.
Well, that made it angry.
Right.
It didn't even faze it.
Most humans, it would take you down a little bit. Not a chimp. It just makes them, more angry.
It made him mad. So that was the point where it started attacking the cop cars. And it started ripping open the door to the police vehicle.
What, did someone bump into it
and
on the way out of Manhattan?
Got all mad. It just started ripping open the door, and that's when the cops are like, screw this, and pumped a few rounds into the old primate. He ran back in the house and died in the house.
In his cage.
Yeah.
He went to his cage. He cornered a cop. He ripped the cop door off, and his cop is in his car, probably just panic-stricken while this monkey climbs it out, and he had to shoot it.
Just started firing into the chimp.
He pumped bullets into it, man. It's
like Jimmy said, it had Lyme disease, and it was on medication, and the medication might have confused.
Medication. Wait, now you got to deal with psychotic chimpanzees.
She would have it as Xanax in its tea.
Yes.
She would give it that. It's true.
Xanax.
Right?
That's great.
We can't get my mom's medication right, but this lady's going to attempt to get the chimp's medication right.
You know, on that off day when maybe it's overdosed a bit too much or hasn't had enough of its thing, it just likes to eat your face.
Right.
I got an email from one of the EMTs that were on the scene, and it said that they aren't even describing the injuries that this woman had. It had eaten through her face, ripped her teeth out. Her eyes.
Why does the chimp always go for the face?
Eyes and nose, and just this woman doesn't have a face anymore.
Her eyes she's blind now?
Yeah, took her eyes out.
Both eyes.
Yeah.
They must know that's a tasty treat in the wild.
Human eyes are a delicacy.
They always go for the face.
World.
They probably go for the face because that's the only part that's exposed.
It's very vulnerable, and I think that's the part that they're threatened by. Because
they don't want to chew through the clothes. They want to get right to the meat.
But they do. Also, they took her hand off, ripped her arm off just below the elbow. Just ripped the frigging woman's arm off.
Well, the chimps. When I was first did that pilot with Mikey, the chimp we had.
Little Mikey was so cute.
He was adorable, and they said don't smile at him because like that looks like you're baring your teeth.
Yeah.
And there's certain eye contact things that they miss, but the eyes are vulnerable.
It's pretty much the same rules that apply to the subway.
Yes. And if the chimp begins to say I'm homeless, and just don't trust it because he's only an chimp.
You're gonna eat your face.
Well, they go for the things that can hurt them, like your eyes, your teeth can bite them, and your hands can hurt. That's probably like how they fight in the wild.
I think it's also what's threatening to them. Like it's your eye contact, your mouth, like you said, baring your teeth, things like that. Like they're used to those facial expressions meaning something. Sure. So they probably just want to eliminate that by biting it off.
Right.
And then the other things that could hurt them, the limbs, they go for the limbs. And then the genitals are also a target.
If I had
hey, you're not procreating anymore.
Yeah.
I'm putting you out of business.
If I had a pet chimp, I would just be on Valium all the time, so I had no facial expressions.
Oh, yeah. So you could just walk around with like the 1,000-yard stare.
Right.
Not making any facial expressions.
No. By the way, I just hung up on 5 phone calls that would have got us fired. Racist, and racist.
Why is that? I'm just reading things. Oh, my goodness.
Here's the news story.
Fox 5 News has learned tonight that the chimp might not have recognized the victim because she changed her hair color.
Oh, good.
And what the victim, someone close to the chimp's owner, is telling us that the family is torn apart by the wild struggle that followed.
The woman was torn apart.
Yeah, no kidding.
The family is fine.
They have to use the words torn apart.
That hairdresser must be feeling a little guilty. Oh, I changed the color. I didn't think the chimp would notice.
I just thought it would make her look more youthful.
She looked fabulous.
He made it into the shape of another chimp. So he thought that this was a lady with a chimp on her head.
He gave her something that's new. It's a new hairstyle called the banana.
Yeah. No, he painted her hair white and made it look like a row of growling teeth. Old growling teeth hair. They'll love it. I'm telling you. They ripped her teeth out?
Why would you change your hairstyle if you're living around a chimp?
Well, she went over there. She probably didn't think that the crazy monkey would attack her.
It's always a guest. Don't visit people with chimps.
Oh.
That's what I say.
Scott from Hop Hog, a little fun fact today for everybody. Human eyes, one of the greatest treats of all time.
If only that happened to Sam when he changed his hair. He let his hair grow, and the monkey didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
What we've learned about the victim, she's 55 years old, and she was very well known to the owner. In fact, she visited there practically every single day at this house, a large sprawling property in North Stamford. And she was so close to this chimp that she even had a gift for him in the car that she was bringing over there today.
Don't bring gifts. That seems to be a taboo thing also.
No kidding.
You know what happened to the guy that brought the cake?
Yeah, they just get a little too excited when they see gifts.
Unless you have enough for all the chimps. You're losing a thumb, your genitals, your face, your hand, your foot.
Gouged her eyes out?
Yeah.
Her nose is gone?
Bit her. Imagine the horror of just seeing those giant chimp teeth opening up and biting into. There's the guy that lost his nose to a chimp attack.
Yeah, that was.
Didn't they put a better nose on him?
Does he look silly?
No, that's. See those little marks? Those are little magnets. So he pulled his nose off so he could show you.
Oh, he's got
what
a
he would look like
nose?
without the fake nose. Yeah, I've seen the magnetic nose thing. It's the creepiest.
Good.
You see it every once in a while on the streets. It's the creepiest thing.
Oh.
But it covers up a world of hurt.
Let's have him walk past an electromagnet and just have it
Fly off.
Flies off his head.
He's trying to board a plane. He gets stuck to the door. A clink. Outside. So you have to get on the plane. I can't help it. A clink.
My nose is stuck.
How dope that guy is. Just wear a mask.
I would force him to take off his nose every time he goes.
Sack with a hole in it.
Every time he goes through the metal detector, I would force him to take it off.
Yeah.
He should wear it upside down just to really get people at the party talking. Oh my God, it's raining. He may drown. Hello.
The victim arrived, and as soon as she got out of the car, the chimp, who had roamed outside of the house onto the property, which was pretty normal for him to do, immediately attacked her. The 70-year-old woman who owned the chimp, she went to help her friend, but this chimp, who was 200 pounds, exhibited superhuman strength.
That's what Ann's talking about.
Superhuman. It's not human.
And she's 70.
Yeah, she's 70. What's she going to do? Box with it?
We haven't invented a roid yet that can make you as strong as a chimp.
No.
They're talking about A-Rod and the rest of them.
Chimp baseball.
Chimp baseball.
Dude, if you could teach chimps how to do it, would be home run city. And then you wouldn't have to worry about the steroid thing.
You would have a lot of walks, though. How do you get around the walk thing?
I know.
Well, you need a good pitcher.
How are you going to get a good chimp to pitch
I bet
strikes?
you could get a chimp to hit, but it'd probably be hard to get him to really pitch.
Right.
And, pick up the signals from the chimp catcher.
Right.
Yeah, that's a whole communication thing that they don't have figured out
And
yet.
then in between batters, the chimp pitcher is eting the balls.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We're trying to play baseball here.
Of the umps.
Yeah. Of the umps. Of the umps. Stupid chimp baseball.
Chimp baseball. I forgot. I was just thinking they're so strong it would be cool, but it would just look stupid.
It would be.
They'd be out in the outfield spinning around like Jimmy.
Yeah, you brush the guy back with a pitch, he eats your genitals.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we got to stop the game and get a new pitcher. Ours has been mauled.
Go to the bullpen.
I think we'd be able to get one game done, but it would be a hell of a game.
I'd watch.
I don't think you'd ever get a second game.
Yes.
But, yeah.
How about this? I have an idea. If you want to own a chimp, he has to have false teeth that you can only put in his cage when he's eating.
Good.
So when he walks around, he can only mush bananas in his gums.
Yeah, you'd be laughing at him as he's trying to bite you.
Well, you
You'd
wouldn't
get
be
all
laughing.
mad.
You'd still be gouging your thing out and be gumming your nose.
Yes, but at least it wouldn't, rip your face off.
Yeah.
The scene was so dangerous in this North Stamford property that when EMS arrived, they had to be escorted by the police to try and get that woman out of there. And even then, this ordeal and this struggle did not stop. What cops tell us then happened is that the chimp started to turn on the police. The cops retreated into their cars. They immediately notified people in the neighborhood to have any children that were outside. This happened about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, brought into the home. And then the chimp went over to one of the cop cars, actually opened the door, and began assaulting the officer. That's when a cop pulled out his gun, fired several shots into the chimp. The chimp ran away. They followed the trail of blood, which led to the chimp inside the home, inside a room that was kind of his habitat where he basically lived, and that's where they found the chimp's body.
God, her describing it sounds like they were fighting Godzilla.
Yeah, they were.
And then there was a cage that pretty much took up the entire room.
Yeah.
One of these rooms in the house.
Damn you all to hell!
6 years ago, the same chimp had to be tranquilized by cops. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe that tells you something right there.
Great.
His name was Travis, by the way, the chimp.
Yeah.
Little Travis.
Exactly. Couldn't get enough man ass.
Want to find out about the victim? Here it is. There it is.
An unbelievable ordeal. Tonight, that 55-year-old woman is in extremely critical condition at Stamford Hospital. The 70-year-old widow who owns the chimp is also being treated for an undisclosed injuries. And what police tell us, it's not illegal in Connecticut to own an exotic pet. Derry and Ernie, back to you guys.
Extraordinary story. Lisa, thank you very much for giving us all the details. Thank you.
All right, now to the economy in crisis.
What about the woman?
Now the economy in crisis.
That's how important your life is. It's worth a couple minutes on the news and then move on to the next story.
Yeah.
That's how they started the actual news broadcast. They came in like it was breaking news, and then just the anchors really could care less about the story and went right into Obama and finance.
Well, yeah, we're more affected by the economy than some dumb chimp that's running around Connecticut.
Yeah, exactly. That chimp needs a good spanking, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
And he got one with a 9mm.
And a knife and everything else. What happened to the owner? She's in the hospital, too.
I bet he didn't hurt her too bad. I mean, it's...
The chimp probably ripped her uterus out.
Whatever was
through her nose or something.
70 years old.
She's 70. Basically, if you just kick her in the shins, it falls out.
Raisin.
Looks like the rosin bag after a pitcher drops it.
He gets scared and it falls to the ground.
That's great.
But no, I bet you the chimp just probably batted her away. I'm going to guess that her injuries are not that serious.
Yeah.
Even that one with the man with the silly hole in his face, got his nose bitten off, that was not his chimp that did it. Those were two other chimps that he didn't know when he was going to bring cupcakes to his chimp.
Right, but you don't bring cupcakes to the one chimp and not give them to the other.
No, common knowledge is.
Yeah,
that would not
they
be
get
smart.
so angry.
I'm sure they do attack their owners sometimes, but...
All right, we got to take a quick break, and we'll continue.
That chimp needs a good slap in the... I would have slapped that chimp's face.
I heard a fantastic cop story over the weekend.
Can we tell it next?
Yes, it's something that's happening in this fine city down in the Meatpacking district. That is, who knew this was going on?
Oh no!
Look at you teasing. I love it. Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. 877-212-OANDAY. We got Calvin in Indiana. He's been hanging out for like a half hour on the phone. Calvin, what's up?
How's it going, boys?
All right, Calvin.
Hey, I was just curious if you guys caught the Christian Bale segment on Family Guy this past Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about the Christian Bale Family Guy remix.
Heard it.
It was priceless.
I think our listeners came up with better ones, but definitely funny what they did with it.
Pretty funny.
I think we can play for everybody before Anthony gets to his cop story.
Ooh,
that's quick. Thanks, Calvin.
Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
I kind of just used you to set up the bit. Sorry.
I want you off the set, you.
Sorry.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for 1 second.
I dropped a peanut M&M and it rolled over here.
Am I going to walk around and rip your lights down in the middle of a scene?
Those are Christmas lights. I put them up to make everyone happy.
Then why the are you walking right through? Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the is it with you?
Boy, you were going to owe a fortune to the swear jar.
You got any idea about, hey, it's distracting having somebody walking up behind Bryce in the middle of the scene? Give me a answer.
I don't get it.
What don't you get about it?
I don't get why we need another Terminator. I don't get it. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I ate that last piece of pie that you were saving for yourself.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
It was good.
I hope it was good because it's useless now, isn't it?
Well, it's nourishing me, so that's useful.
Sake, man, you're amateur.
I don't know that word.
Stay off the set, man. Right, let's go again.
Can we just take a minute?
Let's not take a minute. Let's go again.
I gotta go pee, and I want to walk around some more, but I want to do it while the scene's going.
You're unbelievable, man.
I just don't understand.
You don't understand what it's like working with actors. That's what that is.
I don't think that's what that is.
That's what that is, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, my family's coming to town. Do you mind pretending that I'm the director?
I'm gonna kick your You shut up for a second, all right?
Don't hurt me, Mr. Bale.
I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go trash your lights?
No.
Do you want me to trash them?
No, I don't want you to trash them.
You do it one more time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Sorry, it's my first day.
I'm serious. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
I don't feel like a nice guy.
But I don't cut it when you around like this, huh? You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
I don't feel like a nice guy.
But I don't cut it when you around like this on set.
Jeez, you punch your mother with that mouth?
Seriously, man, you and me, we're on professionally.
Wait, just professionally? Are you asking me out on a date?
That's very,
yeah,
dude, that's hilarious.
That's very
really
well
good.
done.
You punch your mother with that now.
I was on the wrong website because I only heard part of that.
That's
Really?
great.
Yeah, I didn't hear that whole thing.
Yeah, that was a good
That's
one.
really funny.
That was on the show this
Very
week?
well.
Was it actually on the show, or because they're starting to do stuff just for the web now?
Yeah, but no, that was actually part of the episode that aired on Sunday.
And they aired that whole thing?
Yes.
Wow, very
yes,
cool.
they did.
How do they get the rights to the Christian Bale audio? How does that work?
That's common usage, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure.
You hear me sounding loyally? I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Once it's out there, I think.
What's he going to do, sue?
Yeah.
Sue. You know how stupid he looks suing the Family Guy for making fun of his audio? He looks like a real boob.
Yeah, I think he wants that just to kind of fade away at this point.
Before we move on, we got to play our favorite, Josh in Connecticut.
Yes.
You do it! What the fuck are you doing? No! It's fucking distracting. Fuck! I want you off the fucking set, you prick! What don't you fucking understand? Let's go again! Oh, good for you!
Pretty big.
If it went from 14th Street to 27th Street, that's tolerable.
I just did a circuit court judge reference.
Of course.
But an old one.
It was brilliant.
Very old.
That doesn't sound right.
That's the edited version. It's very funny if you'd have little time. You don't have much time.
And you're taking tape off the CD, the other CD player? Are you crazy? Yeah. It has like construction, tape that basically says don't use.
Do not use.
This is how desperate we're getting. That stunt brain goes, well, what the hell? I'll take the tape off this thing and we'll give this a whirl. But we already determined that this CD player sucks.
Please burst into flames.
Oh, you want me to burst into flames?
No, I want to see that burst into flames.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
What?
No.
The CD. That is a good point, Mike. God damn it, you made a valid point.
All right, where's Z-Rock? Huh?
All right, now Daniel made a good point.
What,
that would
Daniel?
be 2 CDs in a row.
If it was the CD, I mean, the other one screwed up too. So
That was Danny's way of vehemently disagreeing with Mike.
Yes.
And his analysis.
Look, here's something.
Oh, here comes the new slim down E-Rock.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
You drop a few pounds?
Must have lost a few
Did
ounces
you really?
over.
It's not showing yet, but I imagine it will. Kidding. Your ears look better.
Give me another copy of that.
Less wax. Quickly, another copy for the boss.
And hurry up, because we played at 7:50 last time, so we got to play it now.
That's right, Carl.
To get a whole new audience. Hey, here's something to the corporate guys.
Little chubby guy.
In the year 2009, CD players shouldn't be this big.
No, they could be very, very,
Very tiny at this point, right?
Very, very tiny.
How big is this thing? It's like an old stereo component.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
It's very big.
But it's even bigger than the old stereo components.
Yeah, you never had one that was that, tall and long. The thing is ridiculous. I don't know why we still have those.
Does corporate even, acknowledge that we're having problems with the equipment? Yeah. Do they understand it completely shuts down the show for a few minutes every single time? Yep. And what are they saying?
They're getting to it.
Getting to it.
They're hiding under their desks.
Yeah, right.
Duck and cover. That's what they're doing.
Nice.
Well, Anthony had a story which I am
let's
interested
go.
in because it's in a part of the city which I'm familiar with.
That you enjoy.
No, I wouldn't say enjoy.
Well, I was speaking with a police officer friend of mine over the weekend.
What's his badge number?
And I will not give that out. And as he was patrolling with his partner, they heard some loud music coming from one of the upper floors of one of these buildings that are shaped like the Flatiron Building. You know, a lot of buildings down there in the old Meatpacking district are on these weird corners where, the building's kind of shaped odd, but not really much to the story there. He just heard some loud music playing and decided to check it out, give him a ticket for being loud. So he also noticed there was a line of gentlemen, out the door, going into this building. So he wants to investigate this, give them a ticket for being too loud. That's part of his job. So the elevator didn't work, so he had to take the stairs. Goes up the stairs, goes into a room, opens up the door. There's a front room where there's a bunch of garbage bags. Just a bunch of garbage bags on the floor, kind of around a table. I guess, tied up at the top. Just kind of garbage bags. So there's another room. That seems to be where the music is coming from.
Oh, my God. What horror show did he see?
He opens up the door.
Right.
And there, lo and behold,
right,
to his eyes, are about 200 naked men having sex with each other. To loud music, sweating, having every type of man-on-man sex you could imagine.
So,
yes.
So the officer, he had to jump in. What the hell,
well,
right?
You got it at that point.
It's a freebie.
Some of them saw him walk in and kind of ran out.
Right.
But a lot of them didn't know that there were cops in the establishment. Music's blasting at this point. They're just sweating and having sex with each other.
They probably just figured it was part of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, the cop.
Hey,
the fake cop. Ooh.
Fake cop's coming in. Now we're all going to get arrested, I bet. Yeah. Woo!
They pinned down the cop and make him part of the show, thinking that he was just, there for the entertainment.
Yeah, so...
Wow, really?
Yeah. So
what's the line out the door all about?
Well, the line out the door was the guys waiting to get in. They were packed, literally, but they were more wanting to get in. So the officer just reached up for the wires to the speakers and ripped them out and just yelled, "Get the out of here!" And then awkwardly, they all had to stand, because there were so many of them, stand kind of covering themselves with their hands while they waited on a line to get their clothing, which had been placed in these garbage bags. They put their clothing in the garbage bags and put them in this other room.
It's like going to a concert where you have to put all your stuff in a bag.
Exactly. This event apparently was promoted, and this is stuff that's going on. And he said that beforehand, like a couple of months ago or so, he had heard the same loud music coming out of this building and just didn't do anything about it that time. But it was just, and then he realized him and his partner were in that part of the building that is right at the corner, and there were all these just nude men, and he started thinking, if they want to just turn around at some point, we're in trouble. So they called a couple more cars up to kind of watch the to cover their backs.
What do you mean if they wanted to turn around? The cops, if the guys went to
yeah, because there was no exit. It was like that corner in the Flatiron Building that's very narrow.
It wasn't a Flatiron Building though.
No,
it's just a building like that.
But
good to know they cured the AIDS thing, huh?
That's all I was thinking. Is that
good to know?
Has to be. There just has to be so much disease being spread when there's just random nude men. And then this
I was gathering audio for the show. I promise.
Did Keith arrest people, or he just let them?
Who?
No.
Well, no.
Whoever this guy is,
I have no idea.
I know you know a lot of officers.
No,
I apologize to Keith because I have no idea if he was the one.
There was a summons that was going to go out to the DJ. There was a summons going to be given out to the DJ. If the DJ wasn't able to come up with somebody that ran this thing. So he got on the phone, and the promoter came down, and apparently does this before. Has a promoter.
Promoter?
Is a promoter for this thing. It
had homeowner.
A homeowner. Yeah, it's got some kind of name to it, some kind of cutesy name I can't quite recall, and they all come up and just get naked. And then this officer's partner, who was with him at the time, said, boy, did you see that old guy? He just was getting slammed and wouldn't stop even after, like, the music went off.
Yeah.
There's just an old guy getting it from some young buck.
Well, what are they going to do? Throw him in jail? I mean,
Yeah, well.
More of the same.
None of them got thrown in jail. It was just, get out.
Right.
But they wrote him up like nine tickets for all kinds of stuff. They had a bar set up where they were selling booze, so you can't do that. But
they arrested anybody or just tickets?
Just tickets.
You know they're trying to change the image of the meatpacking district.
Oh, well,
that certainly didn't help.
When you hear loud music coming from windows in the meatpacking district, just know what's going on up there.
Exactly. Parties are hard to get into.
Fun goodness.
I was gathering audio.
Yes, I was very busy for the show.
That's how much it sucks to wait outside for an hour in the middle of winter.
I was freezing.
Knowing all that goodness is happening inside.
Dude, you know one garbage bag with like flame T-shirts in it.
Stay cozy.
Stay cozy.
Yeah, but that was actually because people were throwing it away.
Nice.
Dude, do you know there was one guy that got in there and literally just took his hog out before the police yelled freeze?
Oh, yeah. How disappointing. Like, yeah, this is paradise. Just nude men. And what? The cops?
I'm what? I have to what?
And they must have been all just frothed up. Where do you go after that? Where do you go when you're kicked out 200 nude men onto the streets?
Oh, the lights are on. You're all looking at these embarrassed
you're just looking
faces.
around. All right, come on. Maybe this stairwell? What do you want to do?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that just...
a line out the door.
What a story. He said he just had never seen anything like that.
He's seen a lot of cool stuff, too.
200 men completely naked, just having every type of sex. Guys using every appendage possible. Just going to town.
There were people that
our fair city.
There were people though that literally, as soon as his voice bell, were one push away from being done.
Yes.
And freeze, please.
Yeah, get out. Oh no,
I don't want to get out.
You ruined it.
They're all doing poppers.
Oh, you know it. I was like, what did it smell like when you walked in? It's like, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, smells like cranky crack and sweat and just man. The musky smell of man. Naked man.
And the lights come on, they're all going to get dressed like a bunch of silly geese.
Yeah, they were standing there, just kind of cupping themselves while they waited online to get their clothes.
Just when you said that, I just dry heaved a little bit with your description.
With anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah, get all that vomit out of the way so there's more room.
Oh.
All right.
It's like when you want to drink more, you puke first, you empty the stomach.
And then here we go. Back at it. We're going to try this Christian Bale thing again.
Oh.
And I promise you, if this skips, this CD player has seen its last day on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah,
this is Josh in Connecticut. Oh, I will kick the tray right off.
Karate kick it.
Nope. Going to do a kick up.
What the fuck are you doing? No! It's fucking distracting. Fuck! I want you off the fucking set, you prick! What don't you fucking understand? Let's go again! Oh, good for you!
Thought it was our copy.
Good for you. Yeah.
Good for you. All right. Whitey in Illinois, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I hear you guys talking about this big thing down in the meatpacking district. I thought Jimmy wasn't going to have a party for his birthday.
What's that, sir?
Oh, Jimmy.
What'd you say,
sir? They broke up your party.
Sir?
Your birthday party.
Jimmy, did you get a T-shirt from Tummy Sticks 2009?
I don't know why, sir, you feel the need to embarrass me. There's a good one.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Whitey. Let's take a break and we'll regroup here. We'll go to the FU line. It's Opie and Anthony.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big FU to the New York Hound and the Rick DPS show. Thanks to you guys, I haven't been able to watch an effing goddamn game in 3 years. F you, Islanders.
Next message.
I want to give a big fuck you to myself because despite doing nothing wrong, I woke up this morning to my girlfriend telling me, screw you, and I ended up apologizing to her. What a fucking pussy am I? Fuck you, myself.
Next message.
Hey, you fucking disgusting monster in the lane next to me. Why don't you put your goddamn phone down and concentrate on your fucking horrid ability to drive? You fucking disgusting. Ugh.
Next message.
Yeah, I would like to send a nice big F you to my supposed girlfriend, who I tried nothing but to please her and break my back and practically go broke to pick a fight with me during the week of Valentine's Day, and even give her a bigger surprise that I'm not going to give her because she decided to fight with me. How quaint.
Next message.
Hi, I just want to give a big F you to my boss. So I asked for a raise and now he totally ignores me. Fuck you.
Next message.
Hi, I want to give a big F you to Peter, Lisa, Michael, and all the other assholes where I work. Thanks for letting me know that I was getting a pay cut by putting it in the fucking paper. You guys are a bunch of pussies. Fuck you.
Next message.
Yeah, this is Drunk Chris from Long Island. I'd like to give a big F you to All Brains, the single malt scotch, for going down so smooth and starting the night off great, only to later convince me it was a good idea to slap my date and yell out dumb shit at Jimmy's 10:30 show Friday at Caroline's, and leaving me with chills of the Duke's variety for the foreseeable future. I'm glad I slapped a bitch and all, but I should know better than to leave comedy to the professionals. Fuck you!
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line, 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Opie and Anthony. Got to give props to Anthony.
Oh.
You nailed that plane crash.
Yes, I ought to join the either the FAA or the National Transportation Safety Board. Yeah, that was icing.
You read about the crash over the weekend?
Yes.
That thing came straight down, 90-degree angle, basically.
That's what happens when you lose lift.
And they said that it took out one house.
Yeah.
I mean, the neighbors damaged a little bit, but for the most part, just took out the one house.
That shows you that it came straight down. It wasn't like moving forward, so it would have wiped out a couple of houses or anything.
And you had a theory last week saying that if they were on autopilot, and then had to get out of autopilot, that would cause major problems for the crew.
Yeah, if you're on autopilot and the plane starts icing, your autopilot will compensate for it. It'll start pitching the nose of the aircraft up, giving it a little more power just to keep it flying. And then when it clicks off, you're left with a plane that is in this attitude that you just aren't ready for. And that seems to be what happened.
And it also sounds like it was icing, too.
Yeah, the windshield was icing up the leading edge of the wing. And people think a plane's got to be coated with ice to go down. A quarter inch of ice on the leading edge of a wing just ruins the aerodynamics of a wing. It can eliminate the lift. You'll stall out.
They showed the graphic, too. It's like what you said. It was like we've all been on planes that, like, when you're coming in, it kind of pitches forward a little bit and then back. It's like a weird, you're like, oh. And that's what happened. All of a sudden, it just went down to the right and boom, down.
You'll lose. And worse is that you're not going to get the icing consistent on both wings. So you're going to get more lift on one wing than the other. So you're going to start rolling and pitching all over the place. It's very difficult to fly in those circumstances. Icing is probably the leading cause of non-pilot error crashes.
And they have that figured out for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, you got planes flying into Denver every other minute, so they're not crashing all over the mountain.
It's a weird circumstance. It doesn't necessarily mean cold weather or snow even or anything like that. It's really to do with the air temperature, humidity in the air, and if water and ice can condense on the wing and then start freezing. So your plane can ice up without even really having precipitation in the air. If there's enough moisture in the air and the surface of your wing, which is metal most of the time, is that cold, that'll just ice up. The moisture in the air itself will ice up on the leading edge of your wing, and then bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Look,
What?
Here's how I look at it.
Uh-oh.
If it's snowing, you're getting ice. Well, that's all. I don't know all this. We can talk about precipitation and it's made of metal. I don't know.
Well, that's true, too. If it's snowing.
I'm sure you're right.
Why can't we make the wings out of something else?
It's true.
The metal wings seem to be the problem.
Well, yeah.
Or how about you have the stupid autopilot automatically heat the wing when a certain amount of ice builds up? How about a sensor?
They do have
am I screaming?
Leading edge heaters on planes to keep them. I don't think this plane had it.
Well, the autopilot doesn't turn them on, does it? It seems to me, or does it? I don't know.
No, you'd have to turn it on yourself.
Why don't you send a chimp out there and have him chew off the ice? Paint an old lady's face on the edge of the wing.
I don't want to say anything.
Just got a snort out of me.
First officer was a chick with 1 year experience in the with the company.
Maybe she couldn't handle the thing when it came out of autopilot.
Yeah, it was a little.
They needed Sully.
I don't know who the pilot was, but first officer.
Just horrible. It was a who's who, too. It's reading about all the victims.
Oh, my God.
Why do we have to read about the victims?
You know why? Because so people can have a conspiracy theory. This woman met with Obama very
less
recently.
than a week.
And was talking about her concerns about the 9/11 victims and stuff.
Right.
And there's some conspiracy theorists that are blogging that are making allegations.
Not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
making
not.
allegations that plane was
that plane had to go down
to keep her quiet.
So wait,
about what? We all know it. Well, all right. We don't want to discuss about what.
I'm not going to talk about it.
So the conspiracy children are saying that once again the big bad government did it instead of just killing her like in a car wreck. You idiots!
Right?
Yeah. Let's make it.
You got to take the whole plane down.
Let's make it over the top and have headlines all over the world.
Yeah. And then they say that more proof of this is the fact that the exact type of aircraft was the next plane to land on that runway and landed with.
No problems?
Nary a problem.
What is that about?
So, yes. Well, the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You know.
What are the odds? What are the odds, though? You lose your husband, 9/11. Was he on one of the planes or in the building?
No, I think it was in the building.
Okay. Well, still. I mean, that's
still,
the odds of that are ridiculous.
Still a plane crash.
But, the FAA is nothing but part of the government, so they can be controlled when that black box, the information that comes in, could all be fooled with by Obama and his new regime to silence this woman.
Did you see what Obama did over the weekend?
What's he kissing another woman that's allegedly homeless but not?
Hey, we love Henrietta Hughes.
Put that newspaper down, Jimmy.
We love Henrietta Hughes.
What did he do?
Well,
Henrietta Hughes is an idiot.
We love the homeless woman that is Henrietta Hughes.
Hate her.
Well, Obama, everyone knows when the president has like a long weekend, Camp David.
Yeah.
What was it?
Kenny Bunkport.
Kenny Bunkport.
Not Kenny Bunkport. Kennebunkport.
Kennebunkport.
Yes, it's Bunkport. I go to my own Bunkport. It's called Kenny Bunkport.
They usually go to a nice retreat. They usually leave their old lives behind for 4 to 8 years. They don't even acknowledge they have friends in their old hometown. Nothing. They just say goodbye to all that. Well, not the Obamas. They went back to Chicago. He went back to his house in the south side of the city.
The baddest part of town?
That's right.
If you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown.
So now the whole neighborhood, because he wants to go back to his old house in Chicago, they have to pretty much close down the neighborhood so he can visit his old house, I guess. Then he gets his buddies together. They go play basketball. He goes to his favorite gym. He gets his hair cut by his favorite barber at his friend's house. The barber has to come to the friend's house to cut Obama's hair. Completely different than what we're used to when the president has a long weekend. And then they go to their favorite restaurant, and Oprah's chef cooks at this restaurant, and it's a whole thing.
Oh, that's not his favorite restaurant. Stop it. Jesus.
By the way.
And the kids are visiting their old friends. It's a whole different way of looking at things.
Fun fact about Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
He was actually a guy that Jim Croce met in the Army, and he got in trouble. Apparently, he's a bad guy.
Jim Croce died in a plane crash.
Was shot in the head. Was shot in the mustache.
This sucks.
You think that was an interesting fact?
No, I hated it.
That stupid homeless woman,
Henrietta
Hughes, apparently sold some property.
Yeah.
For $47,000.
Yeah.
And then what? Did what with it?
Oh, obviously.
How about you use it to live while your son gets a job?
$47,000. That's nothing
To a homeless person?
She had to pay the taxes.
Trillion, gazillion dollars.
How long ago was this?
2005.
All right, that's 4 years ago. It's gone.
Whatever.
It's gone.
Use it.
I'm sure she used it for something.
You know something? Woman's a phony.
Language.
Yeah, leave Henrietta Hughes alone.
Please, Anthony.
All right.
She's related to me somehow.
Better hope not.
Well, same last name. I mean, come on. There's got to be something. What's this inflatable de-icer thing, Ant? Do you know?
Ooh, I don't know.
John in Jersey, what's up?
I think it's a thing on the wing that actually expands and breaks the ice on the wing.
That sounds logical.
What do you got, John? Is that the truth?
That's exactly what it is. It actually is. It's rubber. It inflates to break the ice chips off the wing, but it will not activate in autopilot. And happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, buddy. Now, why don't they build it where it has to work in autopilot? Or they just assume that the pilots won't be dumb enough to fly autopilot through that kind of weather?
Once you give it the autopilot, that kind of power, that's when Skynet becomes aware.
Well, that would be too much like right, and, can't have that happening.
Are you a pilot, sir?
No, I'm in the Air Force. I'm a firefighter.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for that info. Let's. We got more on icing. Bill in Minnesota. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Hey, that icing even causes fatness in radio producers.
What's that?
Wow.
I didn't hear what you said.
I like that.
Oh, I'm out of here. I'm punching out.
Damn it. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I keep doing that.
No, I actually didn't hear him.
I go like, wow.
What did he say?
Well, the concept was good. It was an icing E-Rock joke. He just didn't have it formulated correctly.
I heard something radio.
He had something on. Let's go to Brendan and.
Did he mean like icing on a cake?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, now that's kind of funny, but he didn't set that up.
Well, the concept was good. He just needed to work on it a little bit.
Stumbled a little. Icing.
I'm sure someone will come up with the proper joke. E-Rock and icing.
Icing.
Go. Brendan, what do you got?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Hey, a major FU. I live in Clarence, New York, 500 yards from where this plane crashed.
Yeah.
I got a major FU to all the curiosity seekers and all the morbid curiosity people that keep parking in front of my house and trying to walk over to the crash scene.
Well, what do you expect from people? We all want to look.
Oh,
I love the people who think they're not the ones that don't look. We all look. Yeah, if I still lived in Buffalo, and thank God I don't, I would have been there in a second checking out the crash site.
You know what,
There's
dude?
a million cars walking up the bike path. Oh, I'm sick of it. They're interfering with everything. They're still trying to contain the scene.
And if you lived in the area, you wouldn't go by to check it out?
I'd probably go by.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Everybody would.
I went to look at the plane that was here in the river.
Yep.
Dude, I understand. I hate rubberneckers. Hate them. But when there's a plane in a house, that's kind of one that's infrequent.
But I love the people that say they hate rubberneckers, but when it's your turn to rubberneck, what are you doing? You're still looking forward. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look.
Well,
I
don't look.
Actually, I won't
You're
look.
such a liar. Everyone looks.
No,
Everyone looks. I try to look and keep my speed.
I never slow down.
Let me tell you something.
These people are coming straight from Walmart.
If there's a...
Oh, shut up, Brett.
What are you saying, dude?
Hold on.
Hold on, man.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm kidding.
No, all right.
He is a douche.
Go ahead, dude.
I hate when it's just a cop pulling someone over.
Oh, true.
If
But you
there's
don't know until you get there.
Dude, no, you do.
How do you know?
Because you can look.
Yeah.
You can look and see. If it's a cop with someone pulled over, that's one thing. If it's smeared, people all on the street, there's fire, wreckage, yeah, you're going to slow down and take a little gander.
Yeah.
But it's 99% of the time, it's a cop with someone pulled over, and everyone's got to stop and gawk or slow down at 30 miles an hour, thinking the cop's going to leave that situation and pull you over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Move.
I never change my speed, and I am Harry Honk. You've never
Somebody
seen...
steps on the brakes and that? I do the same thing.
I've drilled my fist into my steering. It was like a moment in Caligula. I will fist the steering wheel until they're back up to speed. It's obnoxious.
Move.
Beat it.
No reason. And you see them looking.
Yeah.
You see their head turn, whap, and they're on the brakes, and they got to look.
Little looky-loos.
So they could tell their family what they saw. Guess what I saw on my drive home?
Beeping's for amateurs, man. You cut them off and try to run them off the road.
Oh, that comes later.
I could get in front of a car going 60, 65 miles an hour with like maybe 6 inches of room tops.
Yeah.
From my back bumper and their front bumper, and boy, it's an attitude adjustment. They change their happy tune.
When I'm driving down the expressway, there's a lot of times there's dump trucks. hauling sand.
I love those guys. Willy-nilly. They don't give a crap.
A quarter mile behind these things, and you're in the sandstorm from the Mummy. You feel your car being pelted by rocks and being sandblasted. A quarter mile behind the truck.
Yeah.
So I look way ahead and I see the truck.
Yeah.
And then I'll look at the people in the left lane just trailing the truck.
Yeah.
And go, why aren't you passing this effing thing as fast as you can?
Right, to save your car some things.
So then I just go maniac, right lane, middle lane. I'm going around. And when I get to that person that's holding up the entire left lane from passing this truck, I cannot tell you how fast I cut in on him. And then I do my little trick also. I put my driver's side wheels over the rumble strip to my left side by the median, and all that dust, rock, and dirt that collects in there flies up and smashes right into the car behind you. It's the best weapon on the road. Is the rumble strip.
I learned that trick from you. I love it.
It works.
I've done it a couple times since you've mentioned it on the show. It's beautiful.
Your wheels and just the air effects from your car will pull everything out of those pockets.
It's beautiful.
And throw it at the car behind you. It's fantastic. It's a weapon.
Can we go back to dump truck guy? I love and hate the guy at the same time. Hate what he's doing, but love the fact that he has the biggest balls on the road.
Doesn't
give
care.
a crap. He probably ruins hundreds of cars just trying to get his load from one location
leaving
to the other.
Smashed windshields and sandblasted hoods in his wake.
He don't give a crap.
He doesn't care. He doesn't look at you. You're passing him, and you're looking at him like, hey, ass, you're ruining my car. He's just, eastbound and down.
He's just loving his music. He don't care.
He doesn't care.
And the pebbles are big enough. They're just bouncing on the highway.
You see them bouncing.
I love
You hear them. They're all over your vehicle. Tick, 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 tick. Sounds like a Geiger counter.
You're just trying to go to that christening, and you're in the middle of a sandstorm.
It's like, I got to get past this guy as quickly as possible, and people don't want to pass him.
Let's go with Jared in Boston. He might have the E-Rock icing joke that we're hoping for. Jared!
La, 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 la. Yeah, that's me. E-Rock had icing buildup around his waist.
Maybe. But you got the Spuds Buckley down, so what can I tell you? You know what? Let's say hi to Mike in Delaware. Mike?
I love this.
Mike.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, did you hear about the story about the Islamic guy that chopped his wife's head off because she cheated on him?
Did she cheat? I didn't know what the story was. I knew it was a domestic violence thing. What happened?
This is out of Buffalo, too, man.
Would she turn her head and look at somebody? You cheated!
Apparently, she had a restraining order against him. She filed for a divorce, and I guess he didn't like that.
Yeah, we got the story. It's out of Buffalo. Buffalo's having a pretty good run lately.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't want to change.
Oh, no, it's all. You know what? We start with a Buffalo story. We end this break with a Buffalo story. Thanks, Mike. I got the story right in front of me here.
Didn't this guy also, by the way, have something to do with trying to make the Muslims look better?
Their images, yeah.
Their image look better.
Right.
Good one. Good one, dude. Just do the exact thing that we all think they do.
Right. This isn't going to help the image.
It really isn't.
Here's the story. It's out of Buffalo. That didn't just happen, did it?
No. What? No. No, the CD player did not screw up. No, it didn't just happen. It didn't happen. Is there how cold? Is there icing on the CD player? Perhaps ice is building up on the leading edge of the disc.
Well, there's going to be ice on the CD player when it goes flying out that window.
The owner of a bus Thursday afternoon,
but she repeated herself.
All right,
so
you
maybe
got
it
a
was
choice.
two owners.
You got a choice.
Oh boy!
The CD player goes today.
That's the hip hop version. The owner. The
owner.
CD player goes, or I throw a baseball through the top loading VCR TV combo. Your choice. Your choice.
Well,
let's play your choice.
The top loading VCR combo nobody would care about, and that wouldn't help our situation.
We never use it.
Where's my baseball? That thing's being taken out today.
We never use it, really.
What?
The TV.
All right.
Never use it, really. We just never use it.
All right, set it up for a fastball.
How will that help our DVD CD problem?
Oh, this is my Babe Ruth baseball.
Yeah, that's right. It's spelled B-A-B-B.
Baby Ruth?
Let's try this again. Out of Buffalo.
From the Sandlot?
The owner of a headquarters Thursday afternoon and told them his wife was dead. They found 38-year-old Hasia Hassan in the owner of a meal.
That's supposed to do that?
The owner of a Buffalo area TV station.
Oh, it worked that time.
Yeah. It's like a remix.
Yeah, but keep moving boxes. That's what's important today.
The owner of a Buffalo area.
Mike, we're having issues with the audio.
The owner of a Buffalo area TV.
Oh, it worked that time though. Seems like every other time. That's good.
Someone's asking who's burning these. Drew Boogie?
The owner of a.
Didn't work that time though. But every other time it works. So let's see if it works this time.
The owner of a Buffalo area.
Worked that time.
Wow. So it's every other time.
Yeah.
Every other time it gives us
every other time, Tim.
The owner of a Buffalo area.
Oh, no, now the pattern's broken because it worked twice in a row that time. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll play it for real. Buffalo Islamic TV station owner. Oh. Oh. Relax. Oh. Relax. Relax. Oh.
It's not very peaceful.
Oh.
Very peaceful till that shattering glass happens when that player flies out the window.
I forgot to tell you who I saw at the little getaway weekend I had.
Ooh.
How was the getaway weekend?
It was wonderful.
Relaxing?
Yeah, I took a picture of stillness and tranquility this weekend. Oh.
Who are they?
Radio DJs.
I know.
Stillness and Tranquility show. Mornings.
Yes.
Mornings on White FM.
Stillness and Tranquility. They stink. Tranquility's the whole.
Yeah.
Oh.
And stillness is paralyzed.
Very nice. It was nice, Jimmy. Jimmy goes there.
I've been there twice. It's
nice.
Very cool, yeah.
I got to write this for Aunt and Jimmy. The one thing about our show, we do reveal everything eventually.
Yes.
Because people get very frustrated by some of this inside stuff we do.
It's like a soap opera, though.
But I had a little getaway weekend. It was nice. A little...
Oh, wow, really? I know already.
I can't...
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's how you spell it.
Did you say hello?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
What?
Did I spell it right? Why the confusion? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And we're both in robes. It's really awkward for everybody.
I just pray to God you kept your mouth shut. Wow.
Very bizarre.
That's a biggie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it
wherever I went. What?
Was it pleasant?
Yeah, it was pleasant.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that. All of a sudden it's a blip on the radar, though.
What do you mean?
Bloop. It's like, oh, yeah, those guys.
No, it's better than
No, he was very cool.
Yeah.
He was extremely cool. Couldn't have been nicer.
Oh.
Could have picked up my bill. I mean, come on.
Oh, well.
Do a lot for you.
You should have picked up his. That would have been better.
Yeah.
I was thinking what I could do for him. I didn't know what I could do, though.
Brown nose.
Yeah, I didn't want to be known as the brown nose.
I would have picked up that bill in a second.
Really?
Depending on how many nights you was there for.
No kidding.
I would have said, so how long are you here for? A week. Good luck to you.
Have fun.
How long are you here for? One night, in and out. Oh.
Hourly rate?
Din-din's on me.
Have a rub down on me. Oh. All right, let's try this again. Buffalo story.
The owner of a with second.
See, now I wanted to play that time and it didn't.
Did it again.
That's just silly. Oh, wait, the story's over, though.
What?
Had 4 children together.
All right, there you go. There's the story. We'll continue in just a bit. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. We got Laszlo in studio. I just want to try this Buffalo story one more time. Then we're going to get to Laszlo and why he's here today. All right? I think we got this figured out. Big story out of Buffalo.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Yes. No, don't say it's not working again.
Wow.
This is now getting stupid.
Yeah.
Like when it screws up once or twice, it's kind of funny, and you go like, oh, boy, Now it's just, we can't play these clips. These.
I know times are tough, but come on. Come on.
Come on.
We need a CD player to do our show.
What are you doing?
The owner of a Buffalo area TV station is accused of a shocking crime tonight, beheading his wife. Orchard Park police say 44-year-old Musamil Hassan walked into their headquarters Thursday afternoon and told them his wife was dead. They found 38-year-old Hasia Hassan in the hallway of the American Islamic television station they ran together. Investigators say she had recently filed for divorce and took out an order of protection against her husband. He is now charged with second-degree murder. The couple had 4 children together.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. He beheaded her.
What, was she having an affair? Why did that caller say she was having an affair?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have more info. A little beheading action.
Danny?
Oh, Danny, what's up?
Well, I know Ant said that as a joke when he said Hassan Chop, but Travis actually linked me to a story that was from a legitimate online news source, and the headline for their article was Hassan Chop.
Well, that was from Bugs Bunny, if you remember.
I know.
With open sesame, open sarsaparilla, and then it was Hassan with the big sword, and all he'd do is go, Hassan Chop, and he was trying to chop him up.
And they had also the picture from the article was the man and the wife, obviously standing there or whatever, and the caption under it said, whatever his name is and whatever her name was, in happier times, comma, before she was beheaded.
Was that necessary?
Absolutely. I didn't think the headline was necessary.
Before she was in happier times.
Yeah.
Well, it's human nature. It's almost like if you talk about Sam Kinison, you go, yeah, I met Kinison before he died. Everyone knows that before he died.
Yeah, the before he died part.
I would love to know what the statement was that she made that threw him over the edge. Like, all right, that's it. Off with the head.
Maybe she described what she gave to her new fella. And he goes, oh, yeah?
Speaking of, take this. It's probably something just silly.
It probably was, a little.
Not silly, but.
That's an extreme act right there.
Yeah.
Hacking a head off. What do you do then after you're done? You're looking at it just going, ugh. Do you snap back like into Santa and you go, oh, maybe I went a little overboard. Oh, God, look at her head. It looks so silly. That one eye half shut. The other one open, the mouth kind of going,
Ugh. Do you just blank out, you think?
Heads just look silly when they're not on bodies.
Of course they do.
That dumb face they put on.
It's never a smile, and it's never an ironic look.
No. It's just always,
Everything just gets droopy.
Yeah.
It's always one of primordial stupidity. It really is. It's like all that face can be going is, there's nothing smart that
Bill's palsy head.
It looks no better than a Halloween mask.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we could prop it up and have it do the countdown on New Year's Eve.
Hey, the movies for the weekend. Where's that? Where's that today?
I saw 2 great movies over the weekend. I saw Valkyrie.
How was Valkyrie?
They don't get Hitler. It's amazing. He lives for another 9 months before he commits suicide. Did you know that?
So you like the ending then?
Yeah.
So this
yes, he kind of
give
gives
you hope.
So Valkyrie doesn't end with Hitler's demise?
Oh, no, why would it? It was an assassination
just to wrap it up nice,
Yeah.
No, I understand that it was an assassination attempt, and we all understand how Hitler finally bought it. But you would think they would, at least wrap it up.
Well, they did a little, one of those little things at the end where they put the print on the screen and tell you what happened.
Hate the print on the screen at the end. Why don't you show us?
For some reason, the copy I had, every time they were speaking German, it came up as subtitled in Russian on the bottom. So, yeah. And then whenever it said what time it was and month and year, it was all in Russian. So I had a problem with that. But it wasn't that bad where I needed to know.
You got to find a new guy.
No, that was fine. It was very, I could figure it out after a while. If you saw, 1944. I kind of know it's 1944.
You know what would have been great, though, is if they just did something completely ridiculous. Like when they went through the whole thing and they made Hitler just, gay and very swishy. It's like, who would really argue?
Right.
And they changed the ending where he becomes, he emigrates to America and becomes a cabaret dancer and catches a venereal disease.
Jimmy's on to something, because, the Hitler's estate is going to have a problem with the depiction of the new depiction of Hitler.
Come out and say, hey,
that's not right.
You're making him look silly.
Right.
He patents the buddy booth, the glory hole, knee pads for oral.
The good thing about the movie was that they got into the whole rest of it, because everybody knows there were a lot of assassination attempts on Hitler's life over the years that he was there doing his shenanigans. But Valkyrie thing, where they actually tried to make it look like the SS had done it and seize power. Because if they just kill Hitler, they know the next guy in line is just going to take over and do the same thing. So they were really just trying to end the Nazi rule of Germany.
Who was trying, though? I got to play the dumb part.
What's his name? There was a whole conspiracy. There was a lot of people.
They were trying to make it look like the SS, but who was actually trying to assassinate Hitler in this film?
It was a vast conspiracy of probably upwards of at least 50 people.
Okay.
And Tom Cruise's character was kind of one of the head guys involved, but they had this plan all laid out. Hitler was supposed to die. They were supposed to initiate Operation Valkyrie, which was, if Hitler died, these were the plans that would follow. But then they tried a coup by arresting all the SS officers, and they started doing this because Tom Cruise saw the blast. He planted the bomb. And then, oops, he wasn't dead. So all those guys that said he was dead and were doing this and taking over this,
they knew they were part of it.
Oh, yeah. At that point, they knew anybody that had been
Anything
involved with Valkyrie
had to die.
Had to get the.
Did anything happen to Hitler in that?
Oh, he got effed up.
He got effed up.
Hearing in his ear, he started getting that shake in his hand.
Is that what that was?
It was a miracle that he. Yeah, they were supposed to have the meeting in this concrete bunker with no windows, and it would have just annihilated everybody in the room. But it was too hot, so they went to this kind of open air wooden room with a lot of windows, a lot of wood, big thick wooden table. So when the bomb was planted at the opposite end of the table that Hitler was at, pretty much, there was so much to absorb the shock that he and a lot of people lived through it. But if it was in the bunker, they all would have been dead.
How did they get the bomb in? Like, was it?
It was amazing how they got it in. It was Tom Cruise's character. He had this like plastic explosives, early version of plastic explosives.
Oh, and he descended from the ceiling, right?
Yes, he came down from the ceiling and ding, 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 ding. He shoved these detonators in there, and then this detonation thing was pretty amazing for the time. They crimp this end of the detonator, and it releases acid, which eats through this wire that holds a firing pin back on a spring. And once the acid eats through the wire, the firing pin can go. So you don't know, depending on temperature of the room and everything, how much time you really got. Could be 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes.
Wow.
So did they put it in there with somebody?
It was in a briefcase.
Did somebody know? Was the whole briefcase a bomb, or was there other stuff in it too?
Yeah, it could be papers in there and stuff, but for the most part, it was just, the bomb and the little leather briefcase. And he went in, put it next to the table like everybody else did that was in this briefing. There were a lot of, Nazis in there talking. Hitler was in there. And then he put it by the table, and then he takes a phone call and has to leave the room. So he left the room, and that was another reason they knew it was him after a while, because he's just driving out of the place as all hell's breaking loose.
Yeah.
So it was a cool movie. Kind of. I like watching that on the History Channel, though. Watch the actual stuff that they have, but it was cool. And then I watched what the hell was the other movie?
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Like you said, the ending
a little predictable. You knew where it was going,
but it was kind of cool that they didn't go the route where look, Clint's gonna get a big shootout as he's 90 years old.
When the
chick, they didn't do that.
When the chick comes back after being raped.
Oh yeah,
I was deeply affected by that scene. I was like, oh my god!
I just loved his racial epithets for Asians throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
he's just pounding these people, and even when he's trying to be nice, he's just using inappropriate words.
Yeah, he just doesn't know.
They weren't even in the script.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how he told Spike Lee to go screw.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
you see that bit?
What do you mean?
Spike Lee's been giving him hell over some kind of racial issue, and he basically, everybody else just sort of backs down, and he actually came out and told Spike to shove it.
Spike's got to shut his mouth. Spike Lee got all over Quentin Tarantino, too, for using the N-word so much in Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Go screw yourself. People use it. And it was used very realistically in that movie.
Sure, Spike used it in his movie, so it's you can't complain because you're using it as an artist. Stop bellyaching.
And then when he made Malcolm X, he's saying, because I think there was a white producer-director that wanted to do a movie about Malcolm X, and he came out and said, no, a black man has to do this movie in order to capture the true essence of blah, blah, shut up. Let's just have pure separatism, then, you douche. And have white people's movies made by white people, black people's movies made by black people.
Then again, when white people made black movies, let's be fair.
They were fantastic.
We had Superfly. And
wonderful. Those blaxploitation movies are classics now.
I can kind of see the point on that one. I'll be here in a second. Didn't exactly make proud movies.
Look, Spielberg made Amistad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see?
He did a good job of that, right?
Yeah. Just give me a break, Spike Lee.
Hey,
Spike Lee not to make any white people movies.
He can only get funding for his movies now from, like, weird sources overseas. He gets, like, German investors and stuff because nobody in the States will give him any more dough.
No, because he's a dummy. All right, we've seen enough of that technique you use. I'm sick of the people on the dolly making like they're walking, but they're rolling. All right, I get it. It was interesting in the first couple of times you did it. Exactly, Jimmy. That's what I think of Spike Lee's movies.
Hey, speaking of movies, guess what the #1 movie at the box office was?
Mall Cop?
No. Finally, no.
Pink Panther 2?
No, that's a dud, thank God.
Well, that's what I'm trying to...
We're very happy with the Pink Panther 2 being a disaster for Steve Martin. But they'll make a third. They'll probably make a third, though.
Not that I hope he's embarrassed and he feels the shame that he should have felt when he accepted the first one.
I feel the shame. He'll do an accent.
Why don't you go out with your smug, dumb movie poster face and talk about why your movie bombed. Fruit.
Good to know that they didn't, buy into the Pink Panther movie, the movie-going fans. Friday the 13th, the remake. I hear that's pretty good.
Oh, that was #1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a movie. That's a movie you can remake. That's one you can remake.
That's sort of where we're at. Comedies, you really shouldn't remake them, especially if they were just huge successes.
Jason was classic. What are you doing remaking?
You know what? There's probably people out there that would say that, though, Lance. So, who are we?
They're who plays the new Jason? The old Jason? Did they get him?
No, I'm sure they just.
And is it a remake or a retelling or is it his mother again? Is it that whole Camp Crystal Lake thing?
What's the difference? A retelling? They just make it a little different. A little different.
Well, the thing is, in any Friday the 13th, you're going to want to see Jason wreaking havoc. And if you remember, in the first Friday the 13th, Jason didn't kill anybody. A lot of people forget that. It was Jason's mother, Mrs. Voorhees, who killed everybody.
Who can remember?
But, Jason actually didn't kill anyone in the first Friday the 13th.
Well, this one's different because the monsters is actually, it's Ted Voorhees.
That would be silly. I can't see through the hockey.
I hate hockey. Deal with football helmet. I'm afraid my teeth will be knocked out by a puck. I was hitting the genitals with a hockey stick when I was a boy.
I hate hockey. I don't know. So what's the story, Danny? Do you know? You're usually
Steve's, I think, saw the movie.
I saw the movie.
Yes.
Steve, what can you tell us about this?
Well, before the police walked in, it was me and 900 naked men.
Yes. Oh, I thought you meant my favorite thing to do on Friday the 13th.
Well, that was pretty much it, so I'm just going to go.
Great improv.
That improv.
There you go. Thank you.
The Steve improv or lack thereof.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was basically they took the first 4 Friday the 13th movies and crammed them into one movie.
Oh, that's not all right. That's a pretty good idea.
The guy in the wheelchair got the machete in the head.
There is a wheelchair reference, but no. There's most of the
scene.
Most of the deaths are machete based.
First death under the bed, the poker up through the chest.
No.
What the hell? It's a whole new movie.
It is basically a whole movie, but in terms of the lore, if you will, they basically condensed the first 4 movies into...
Mrs. Voorhees in there?
Yes, she is.
Does she kill anybody?
Opening credits, she's already gotten done killing everybody by the time the opening credits roll.
Does she go, kill them, mommy? Kill them, mommy?
Briefly.
Saw Friday the 13th. Kent the movie guy. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Let's go to Kent. Kent.
Yeah, Steve hit it pretty well on the head there.
I did the same thing Friday night in the Meatpacking district. I hit it right on the head.
That's right, with my tonsils.
Oh, classic. But yeah, it is kind of like a condensed book version of the first 3 or 4 films. But the first 20 minutes of it are brutally violent.
Nice.
Totally awesome. This Jason is so fast and such a badass. It's
really?
Really, really good.
Not the lumbering Jason of old?
No, all of a sudden you know how like they would do the gimmick of they're running and you don't see him really running? This guy will all of a sudden be on the roof of the house from the ground out of nowhere. Like, really fast.
I heard the difference with this one was this Jason kills you with kindness.
Get more flies with sugar.
You sure do. Than you do with a machete and a mask and a rotting face. More flies with sugar than you do with a mother who's doing the worst crazy lady acting in movie history.
I know, it was horrible.
It was terrible. What an awful sweater for a murdering woman.
Yeah, I know, that stupid big woolly sweater.
Kent, I hear the first 20 minutes good, and then it gets boring, though? And a lot of people saying it was forgettable. It was just okay after the first 20 minutes.
It turns into a love story.
Yeah.
Right?
Jason meets a girl, but he's from the other side of the tracks because he's dead. And her parents want her to marry someone who's alive and doesn't murder people with a machete for no reason.
Turns into a chick flick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would suck.
Matthew McConaughey steals Jason's girl.
Enough with him.
He loves him for the man he is on the inside.
The poster is McConaughey and Jason back to back, looking over each other's shoulder like, "Hey, you!
Yeah.
I'm getting this girl."
And they're fighting over. They're fighting over what's her name? Oh God damn it! Who is? I almost said Sandra
Jennifer
Bernhard.
Aniston.
Yeah, they're fighting over her severed body parts.
Switches from that
He's got roses. Jason's got the machete.
switches from that creepy music to Coldplay.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Now that's a movie.
She's a size queen, and Jason's really packing.
Of course he is. You know he is.
But she doesn't realize that big bulge is just worms and leaves. And a rotted tree branch.
Hey, Ken, so what do you give the movie? Is it worth seeing or what?
I would see it for a matinee. You want to go on the weekend with a packed theater, definitely.
Who the hell wants to do that?
Well, sometimes people want that community of horror movie, like, oh!
Yeah,
so everyone's
it's one of those
screaming,
films
shout
that...
out.
yeah, exactly.
If it's not good enough to see by yourself in your house, I don't want to be bothered.
I would see with a bunch of people, a bunch of beers, Anthony's home theater.
A bunch of beards?
That's right. That means all the girlfriends who never have sex with their boyfriends are in the other room.
Exactly, yes.
All right, Ken. Thank you. I guess it's okay. I don't know what to take from his phone call.
Sounds
hey,
all right.
A movie that Sam saw this weekend. Talking about chick flicks. Where is Sam?
That's it.
Don't let her get away, Mommy. Don't let her live.
How awful she is.
I won't.
Why does she talk more like a woman when she's being the boy?
I won't, Jason. I won't.
I won't. Sam saw the runner-up movie of the weekend.
Yes, I did.
What was it?
He's just not that into you.
Gee!
Sam, you do know you can say no.
You are the gee.
You know
it was
what?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but my girl went by herself. She knew not even to ask me that I would hate that.
It was his idea.
And actually, she yeah, right. And she didn't like it at all. She thought it was stupid.
Really?
You went for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it was a nice Valentine's Day afternoon movie.
You like it?
No.
Did
I
you?
mean, it was.
You
every
liked it,
movie.
right? A couple laughs?
Yeah, I mean, it had its parts.
What was the movie about?
Yeah, the credits.
Well, it was about some of the trials and tribulations that people get into trying to get into relationships. You know, like 20-somethings and people in their late 20-somethings kind of getting into the dating game and meeting the one. I'm talking about Mr. Right, not Mr. Right Now. You know what I mean?
That would have been a great combination with Friday the 13th. He's just not that into you. How do you know? Well, he skewered me with a machete to my stomach, and he stepped on my innards. Oh, that would be a no on the date.
That would be a yeah.
All right, now, why did you go to this?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
You got to do
but
some nice stuff.
No. You got to do stuff that both of you enjoy.
That's what. Thank you. It's a couple.
Yeah.
It's a day for couples, so you've got to figure out something that you both are going to enjoy. Exactly.
Make sexy time.
Well, go bowling or something, Sam. What are you doing?
I make her see a lot of movies for me.
Like what?
Like horror movies.
Horror movies.
Horror
movies. Nice.
Horror.
What horror?
People wear
like?
costumes.
Costumes. Did it say costumes?
Costumes.
Costumes. Costumes.
But there were no costumes, and she's just not that into you.
She's just not that into you.
Or he's
so
just
how
not
did, was
that
it a
into you.
story? Was it just a documentary? What
No,
the hell is this crap?
It's a narrative piece.
A narrative
And it was a
piece.
cast of who's who.
Oh, it really was. Every time you
everybody.
turned your head, another Hollywood A-lister.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like Ben Affleck and Jen Aniston together, finally.
No way.
Yeah.
We all been waiting for that, right, Sam?
Yeah.
And what happened there?
But what's really fun is, like...
Nothing?
Because you get to see all these relationships building and the way all these characters intertwine in each other's lives.
It's like Lost.
Just like Lost.
Only not interesting at all.
Yes.
No, it wasn't necessarily interesting.
Were you sitting there just going, oh, my God, this sucks. I'm doing this for my chick, and this sucks, and just looking around at other guys that are saying, oh, this sucks?
The worst part was that there were so many women in the theater that there was the collective, every 15 minutes, the collective, oh God.
Wow.
I hope when that happened, they were showing chimp footage of the old lady's eyes getting gouged out.
Aww.
How great would it be in the middle of that movie if that's just what happened? Like the date was going kind of wrong, and they stumbled on a chimp murdering an old woman, biting her face, and then they just cut away from it.
Men and women just think so effing differently. How do we get along at all?
Yeah, I didn't have any necessarily emotional...
Did you even have an inkling of going, along with the women?
No, I was just
knowing that they're human beings like yourself.
Oh, of course that happened. It's just very predictable.
Yeah. How much did you hate it?
It was just exactly as I expected it would be. It was exactly as anyone would expect it
Did she at least give up the, because it was Valentine's Day and you took her to the movie?
Give up the what?
You don't have to worry about a baby after.
Yeah, the special place. Did she give that up for you?
Well, I didn't ask.
Just take it. What a boy.
It was perfect. It was a perfect opportunity to ask.
I should have.
Valentine's Day, you go and do what she wants, and then you get, the forbidden place.
Danny just held up a sign explaining what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. No, that didn't necessarily happen either.
Where the poop comes out.
Oh, I see.
With that description, who would ever want to?
Yeah.
We try to sex it up, but let's be honest. It's exactly what Jimmy just said. All right. Thanks, Sam. And then the third movie is this movie that Jimmy hated, that people are just loving because it's the third week in the top 5. Taken, doing well again.
Stunk.
Still.
That Liam Neeson
stunk.
Another $22 million for Taken. People are loving this movie, Jimmy.
People are just dummies. It's a
hanging
terrible
tight.
movie. I saw it. Stunk. The acting was awful. The girl runs like a retard. He has stupid soy sauce hair, and the story's terrible. But he shows up at the karaoke machine, and she gets a pony and runs like a retard to it.
But I saw it, and I enjoyed it.
It was awful. If you watched it again, you'd understand how awful it was.
Well, all that stuff was definitely bad. The action sequences were amazing.
Ooh.
They didn't hold back.
This is nice. Let me just chatting with Lauren from Hannity.
You're going to go on Hannity?
Thanks. I'll let you know. Well, see, it's I pick a day in April.
Nice.
And I'll go on. Go on, Shauna Lennae show.
Just make sure it doesn't conflict with my date in May.
Oh, well, maybe we could do it together.
I'm sure he would never allow that.
By the way, Sirius XM Radio and Liberty Media reach an agreement for investment. First phase includes $280 million, a loan from Liberty. So Liberty is loaning Sirius a lot of money
to save
them from bankruptcy.
Good.
They will not enter into bankruptcy.
Excellent.
They will receive a lot of shares. And let's see, Liberty will receive seats on Sirius XM board of directors proportionate to its equity ownership, of which should be quite a bit. So It looks like Sirius XM dodging the old bankruptcy bullet.
Good.
As we speak in pre-trade, and we're looking at 22 cents. Mother effer.
Wow.
Rock and roll.
It hasn't been 22 cents for a while.
I bought 100,000 shares at 6 cents.
Oh my
Rock.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. I'm not selling.
You should sell, dude.
No.
Sell.
Why not sell at 24 cents?
It's the greed.
Why not sell it? Here it is. When it's at 2 cents, I'll be going, why did I?
That thing will go up a bit. All right. Hey, Laszlo's just been sitting there. Well, we're going to get into the Grand Theft Auto thing after the break. Very excited.
Home theater to pay for. Let it ride.
Very excited about the Grand Theft Auto news. And we'll talk to Laszlo next. We were doing movies here, so let's start our Oscar moments.
No.
Less than a week from the Oscars. We like doing this every year. Check this out.
Nominated for 13 Academy Awards, including Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Directing, Original Score, and Best Picture. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Dancers don't need costumes or scenery. I could imagine dancing completely naked. Have you read D.H. Lawrence? His books were banned. The words are like making love. In our group, you have to trust people, not be afraid. Sex is a big part of it. A lot of dancers are lesbians. A woman wanted me to sleep with her. Does that upset you?
People should want to sleep with you. You are very desirable.
Let's go back to the house or get a room somewhere. We can put down your coat.
It's not that I don't want to. I just can't. Not tonight.
I'm old enough.
It's just not.
Do you think you're too old for me? I've been with older men.
Go back to New York, Daisy. Be with the people you are so fond of. You can only be young once.
Stay tuned for more Oscar moments, presented by the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out Opie and Tony the Insider.
Well, me and Laz just talking about Guinness on tap.
A couple men talking about beer on tap in the house.
Talking about beer on tap.
Oh, you got the beer on tap?
I've had beer on tap in my kitchen for about 4 or 5 years.
Nice.
That's kind of what got me thinking, that because I'm having a bar put in my house, and I was like, you know something? Guinness on tap. Laszlo's got it. Why shouldn't I?
It is the greatest because instead of opening a bottle of beer, you go up and you go, I'm going to have a half a beer. And then you have another half beer. And you do that 20 times throughout the evening.
Yeah. And it's always nice and fresh, cold. Do you put the little shamrock in the foam?
No.
Are you good like that? No, I don't have time for that crap. I'm drinking.
I can't be bothered with the cute shamrock. Just give me the beer. Well, Laszlo's here because Grand Theft Auto's got what is this called? It's
it's Grand Theft Auto 4: The Lost and Damned. It's the first episode, so it's sort of an add-on mission pack that you can download on Xbox Live. So people that bought Grand Theft Auto 4 can now download this. It's a whole new game. It's set in Liberty City, where Grand Theft Auto 4 was set. But you have new characters.
So it's more than a mission pack, because sometimes when you hear mission pack, you're thinking, but this turns out to be a whole nother game.
Yeah, it's all new radio. There's like almost 100 new tracks that we licensed for it. Iggy Pop did some more work for the radio station he's on, as well as Juliette Lewis. We produce new TV shows because, you go into the safe house, you can watch TV. We did a new cartoon for Republican Space Rangers because that one was so well received in the last game. Wow, that cop just flew through the windshield.
Holy crap, was that good.
And in this one, our good friend Bill Burr is a biker in your gang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's constantly talking about banging Russian broads.
Yeah. Does he talk about conspiracy theories? Lunatic.
Dude, what happened to him? Like, I get together with him now, and I'm like, you are a conspiracy website.
He's a nut.
He's well informed, that Bill Burr.
Yeah, he's a pisser, man.
Yeah,
he really is.
He plays a character called Jason in the gang. That's you're in this gang called the Lost, and he's one of your gang members. So, and there's a bunch of new motorcycles, new weapons. They redid a lot of the physics for the motorcycles. So, and our research team did research into motorcycle gangs. There's 3 gangs in here, but I was actually surprised that, You think motorcycle gangs are something out of the 70s, but they're still around.
Of course they are.
They have like shootouts on Long Island. Do you remember that?
I remember the Pagans and Hells Angels were at each other all the time over the.
It was at that club that we did a couple of gigs at.
At the Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it was a stabbing.
We did a bunch of gigs there. Now, Laszlo, am I crazy to say that the graphics look even better? Is that possible? Because they really do look better.
They refined some of the graphics. It looks a lot grittier. In Grand Theft Auto 4, you show up in this fictional world of Liberty City as an immigrant from Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, you're a biker, and so we sort of made Liberty City feel even more gritty and more lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the graphics have changed.
It's great.
Yeah, it just looks amazing.
Watching a motorcycle right now under a bridge, and it's just weaving in and out of traffic, oncoming traffic. It's so great.
Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the road, sir.
Buster,
I believe you're breaking the law.
That was a red light, sir.
My God, are you breaking the law?
There's also a really nice shotgun in the game now, like a double-barrel shotgun. And there's pipe bombs that you can toss off the motorcycle, which is quite nice.
Pipe bomb.
What's one of my favorite things when you're getting chased is just to drop a pipe bomb.
And see what happens.
And then turn around and watch it blow up.
More importantly, Laszlo, where's the motorcycle jumps?
Oh, street sweeper.
Is there more motorcycle jumps in this game?
A lot more motorcycle jumps.
Can you just merge off this road whenever you want to?
Some poor innocent bystander was in the way, I think.
They fall like real dead people, too, where their arms and everything go askew.
That ragdoll physics stuff is amazing.
Yeah, where it actually assigns a skeletal structure to the character.
Yeah, they fall like they would if they were standing there in certain positions. It looks more realistic than they used to just kind of fall down and then disappear.
It would just fire a stock animation. But now when you shoot somebody and they sort of fall over a ledge, their body actually ragdolls like a real body would.
It's fantastic. Any use of any device to set people on fire?
I don't believe there's a flamethrower in this one. Is there, you? No,
nothing like that.
Why? What happened with the flamethrower?
Maybe that'll be in the next. Next episode.
It could happen. Just asking because I was playing a game recently that not to get into other games. I know you're here to promote this game, which I love anything in the GTA series. Believe me, but. I've been playing a game where I love throwing Molotov cocktails at people and then shooting them. It's called the old insult to injury.
There's Molotov cocktails in GTA 4.
Oh, yeah.
So you can set people on fire that way.
The cars. You could kind of use the cars as bombs, too. I've done that, where you wreck a car to the point where it's ready to explode. You pull near your enemy and run away and just let the car explode, and they fly all over the place. It's fantastic.
When is Laszlo coming out with Chateau Cumia, Until the Last Breath, where Ant defends his estate against undesirables?
Oh, that'd be a great mission.
From Bayshore.
And you could play a Mexican that's trying to get in the door. Yeah. In a home invasion.
You see that last week? The home invasion that they caught on tape?
I do believe the Grand Theft Auto series is based in fictitious worlds. So to have something like that so true to fact and realism would probably be something different. Me defending my home.
That would be great.
I have a great picture that I took this weekend. There it is. Maybe you could pop that up on your Twitter or something. This was me on my way to the range yesterday. Because we were off for President's Day. I was very happy. Me and a couple of officers of the law decided we were going to go and do some shooting.
Nice.
And we get to the range. It was closed.
So what did you do? Shoot signs on the side of the road?
You know something?
You're with cops. What the hell?
You're loaded for bear, and you go to the range, and there's no range open, and there's nothing to shoot.
Why were they closed on President's Day?
Exactly. It's just a holiday. It's a day that everybody's supposed to be off. And then Nassau County made you buy a recreation pass.
What is that?
It's a tax on recreation is pretty much what it is. You have to go in and buy this Nassau County recreation pass now to get onto any golf course, any recreational thing that is in Nassau County. You have to pay $20 and get your recreation pass. And that includes shooting ranges or anything.
Why?
To try to raise money. And they're still crying poverty.
What are they talking about? So if you want to play golf, you've got to pay $20 before you even get
$20 to get this card before you even start. You're not even allowed on the goddamn golf course without it.
So what if you go?
Of course.
What if you show up? You don't have that. Can you get one there?
Get one on the spot. That's what I had to do at the range. I had to go there and they take your picture.
How much money do you want from our pocket?
It's exactly what it is. It's a leisure pass. I call it a leisure tax because it's just what it is. They're taxing you to use the facilities that you're paying for anyway.
What's the point of that, right?
Yeah.
If you're already going to pay for your golf or your shooting or whatnot.
And these are people with guns.
And you got to pay to get into parks anyway.
Yeah.
So besides the parking fee to get into just a regular park for a picnic, you need another $20 leisure pass before you even pay the fee to get into the park.
What is it, Monopoly, a leisure pass? What the fuck are they doing?
I know. Tell me about it. It is a leisure pass. But I wound up getting my my shoulder holster for the Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
This thing, it's a shoulder holster that even with a long shirt, the muzzle still comes out of the bottom of my shirt. And I have this thing tucked under my arm, and the thing just hangs down. It is a giant weapon.
And do you put it in the holster, and then you get in the car, and you maybe stop at the gas station, and you have this thing on you?
If I'm on the way to the range, yeah. If I got to go gas or, stop off at
So it's
the,
legal for you to just have a concealed weapon?
It's a concealed carry permit, yeah. You're allowed to do that. See, the size of this gun is retarded. I would never use that as a carry weapon.
It's just ridiculous.
But I was on my way to the range, so, I was going to shoot that, and I wanted to have it on me. But then, God, when that's closed, it was just like, I want to shoot something.
Unbelievable.
I was so mad. I might go today after work. Yeah.
For people that think that it's a bit that everything in this
Isn't that
place
nice?
is busted, this TV is so busted, dude.
Oh, that TV's busted. That's old and busted.
Why? What's up with
It
the
just
TV?
shuts off.
I know.
It's an enormous 80-inch flat screen that just...
Laszlo, you're in radio. You know what's going on. The whole thing is slowly rotting.
It is crumbling.
And we're going to just do our show until these mics don't work anymore.
You're going to be doing the show out of Ant's basement.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be better facility. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
More modern, up-to-date equipment that works.
This flat screen goes in and out, and they're like, we don't have the money to fix it. So that we just have to deal with that. We got CD players that don't work, whatever. This is the same board Howard used years ago. It's wood.
It is.
It's made out of wood.
Wood. For some reason...
Does anyone have tech stuff at home that is made of wood? No.
No.
For the most part, no.
For some reason,
we do here.
Wood in radio stations was like a very big thing for a while. It was kind of cool to have like wooden stuff around. But stop it already.
Right.
Let's use space-age polymers.
Unbelievable. All right. Laszlo, the game looks great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm downloading this one.
Yeah, this is a cutscene that crosses over into the main storyline from GTA 4, so you do actually interact with some of the characters from the main game, and you get to see the other side of things that weren't exactly explained in the main game.
Yeah.
Good for the Xbox Elite.
So it went on sale Xbox Live this morning at 12:01
What about
a.m.
the PS3, though?
It's Xbox exclusive.
Boo.
You cannot play it. I can't play it.
A boo.
What? Look, everyone knows Xbox is the platform.
A boo.
If you're still drooling and teething, I would get a Wii.
How am I going to shoot a 44 on Tiger Woods golf with the Xbox? I don't know. I don't know how to work their controls.
Console controls are all the same.
No, I got the PS3 and I got it down to a science, my friend.
Do you?
I can't switch over to the Xbox. Never.
Get one of those different controllers.
A boo.
Xbox.
When does it come out on PS3? I know you're hearing that like crazy. Why can't you guys put these games out
Look
for
at this.
everybody?
F-U, Laszlo.
See?
And they
People
weren't
get
even
so
using
angry.
the F-U.
See? It's not-
They actually spelt it out, the bad words and everything.
Why you
They
go
don't like you?
Why you go exclusive
Because
to Xbox?
Laszlo decided to put it just on Xbox. He's the one that made the decision.
Why would you do that, Laszlo? That's not nice.
People think it's up to me or Rockstar, but Microsoft came forward and said, please develop us an excellent mission pack on top of GTA 4, an
Here's
episode.
a boatload of money.
Here's some development money.
Yeah.
And we said, thank you, Microsoft, and we went and made an amazing game.
And Microsoft wouldn't be in the business of going, and make it for our competitor, too. Even though they're not throwing in the money, we'll throw it all in. Make it for our competitor. So you understand why it's only on the wonderfulness that is Xbox, by the way.
And for years, our games were exclusive to Sony. I mean, the number one selling games on the PlayStation 2 are Grand Theft Auto games.
Yep.
So,
hey, what are you going to do? Laszlo's got to decide. He makes the decision.
You want to give out your email address so people can bitch directly to you, Laszlo?
It's Lazlow at Lazlow.com.
So now I'm going to have to get an Xbox. This is why I get the Xbox.
The reality of the situation.
So I love the Grand Theft
these
Auto
days.
games.
There's amazing games for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And that you can't get on Xbox. It's the reality is you just got to buy both platforms. I know it sucks.
You're at that point now where, sorry, you really do have to buy both platforms.
Do you have both?
Yes.
I have 2 Xboxes. One upstairs, one downstairs.
So give me one, and I'll give you my PS3.
No, I need one for the big theater. You know what this game is going to look like on an 11-foot wide screen?
It's going to rock.
It's going to be a blast.
It'll look all right.
It'll be a lot of fun, I believe.
Want to be pixelated?
No. It'll look fantastic.
High def, man.
High def.
All right, we got to go to break. We'll do a little mopping up today. We got Laszlo. So, Laszlo, the big plug, Grand Theft Auto 4 for the Xbox, Lost and Damned.
Yeah, the Lost
Mission
and Damned.
pack.
But
it's a whole new game.
Yeah. You can get your code to download it from Xbox Live at GameStop or Amazon, or just go to Xbox Live straight out and buy it there.
That's where I do my shopping.
And I'm gonna Twitter a screen cap, even though it's available to everyone today. But what the hell? I'll throw a little screen cap at everybody.
Also, there's new comedy in the game. You know, when you go to the comedy club and you can see Ricky Gervais, we got this new comedian that I'd never heard of him, Frankie Boyle. You've ever heard of him?
Is he fun? Jimmy,
funny guy, Frankie Boyle. He's a Scottish comedian.
He has to be good.
Hysterical.
You wouldn't use a hack, so he has to be good.
It's so funny that you can just go into a comedy club and watch a comedian.
That's cool.
And then, you start shooting.
Can you shoot the comedian?
No, I don't think you can.
Why wouldn't you have that?
That'd be good.
I want to do that where I
They
get
probably
shot.
frowned on that. It's like, unless it's Voss.
Great. So people yell Frunkus and shoot you in the face.
Yeah, it's just like the game.
All right, we'll mop up next. Opie and Anthony. Oh, Black History Month. We got today's honoree.
Want to hear this?
To celebrate Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show is recognizing those historic African Americans without whom this country would not be the melting pot it is today. Today we honor Kamala, the Ugandan giant, the lumbering body-painted cannibal who rose up from the bushes of the African wilderness to become a force in the world of professional wrestling and forever change our views of the Dark Continent, not only with his wrestling skill but with his activism and public speaking prowess. Truer words were never spoken. Kamala, you are a scholar and an inspiration to us all. Stay tuned for more icons of Black history on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Wow, we're just checking out the game. It's amazing, Laszlo. Grand Theft Auto, Lost and Damned.
Facial expression.
It's ridiculous.
There's a
gritty motorcycle guys.
And then there was some bitch in the club that we were just looking in. She was pretty hot.
I didn't see her.
Yeah, there's a stripper pole in the club.
Yeah.
Occasionally she'll hop on that when she's not in your lap.
Nice.
The detail, though, is just ridiculous. I feel like I know these guys.
Yeah,
like
right?
I've seen them before.
Yeah,
damn.
Oh, a shootout.
What we do in mocap now, it's this whole new setup. They have a camera that's strapped to their head while they're doing the motion capture in those black suits with the ping pong balls. And the camera is grabbing their facial expression. So every time their eyebrow goes up, their character's eyebrow goes up. It's really intense.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, this company, Image Metrics, we work with, does all the facial. And it's amazing, the facial expressions on the characters in these games now.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the intern's job.
His job is to Fonzarelli the broken-ass plasma.
Every time the stupid big plasma TV power supply goes on the fritz, he's got to push the button and turn the TV back on. So he's just been standing there pushing the button.
Just getting it back on.
You got to have a double-barrel shotgun that you shoot off the front of the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Rock and roll.
Someone will get hurt that way.
This is very dangerous.
All right, we got to get out of here. Jimmy, you got something?
Yes, I got my gig this Saturday. Tower Theater in Upper Darby with Artie Lang. Tickets are on sale at livenation.com. It is it's one show. It's this Saturday, February 21st.
Upper Darby?
Yes.
All right. And the Grand Theft Auto game on Xbox today.
Yep, Xbox Live. And I've got some stuff from the game. It's a little too dirty.
All right,
so on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll play some of that on the other side.
Yes, we will.
The other side was just bailed out by Liberty Media, so I think we got gigs.
Yeah,
nice to know.
We'll see what happens, huh?
We'll see. Always something. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Music marathon time. What song are we starting with?
Let's see.
And is it part of a twofer? I need to know if it's part of a twofer. Lazlow, they're doing twofers over here.
Twofers.
Nice, right?
Why not?
We got a twofer?
Why
No,
not?
it doesn't look like a twofer.
What is it?
But the song that you will be hearing is U2 with New Year's Day.
We play Red Hill Mining Town, or will they lose their minds?
They'll lose their minds.
They will, right?
Didn't test well.
So let's play it. Who gives a crap if it didn't test well?
I don't know.
Are we allowed to play it? Stump Ray? Is that going to cause
The
problems?
focus group doesn't like it.
Yes.
Oh, just play what they want.
The demographic would prefer
Just do New Year's Day, even though it's February.
18 to 34.
Yeah. Just blurred out demographics.
25 to 59.
It'll affect our queue.
Our time spent listening is destroyed.
You just effed with our TSL. What about the average quarter hour? You just messed up the average quarter hour.
There's people meters vibrating everywhere. The wrong song.
Thank you, Laszlo. Sure. New Year's Day. What the hell? Just play what they have scheduled. We'll see you tomorrow. Rock and roll. Laszlo made the walk. Opie and Anthony continuing with rumors flying everywhere. What? Rumors. There's a lot of rumors in the radio world these days.
Why is that?
We'll keep it at that for now, but then we'll have to address it eventually.
Say it's constant.
What is
constant?
Constant rumors?
Yeah, constant like drama in this business.
Yeah.
Everyone's blah, 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 blah.
Just kind of got to live your life and just go with it.
Exactly. That's what I say.
Hey, did the boys do the right thing and play the unedited version of Christian Bale over here today? So they got to hear all the fucks and shits and stuff? No? What happened?
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, we did.
You were able to do that, Butcher? Thank you.
Yes, I took care of it.
All right. You better not let Jimmy see you on that board.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. There'll be problems.
That'll be a problem.
Hey, everyone's talking about Shauna Lennae, whatever.
That bitch.
Wow. We were on our best behavior on Friday, but wow. Where do we begin? Because she ended up making a little video for everybody. Just making herself look stupid. She's even more stupid.
She was in here. When was that? Friday?
Friday with Taya Parker.
Friday.
Taya, a big star of that rock bus thing that Bret Michaels is doing.
She's good on it too. I was watching an episode. She's actually very good.
She does very good.
Well, she
Big
brought
star.
in. She was in with this other girl who's on the cover of
The latest
Penthouse,
issue of
the latest
Penthouse.
issue of Penthouse.
And she was also the runner-up for Pet of the Year.
Yeah.
Taya ended up winning that.
Yeah. She was a runner-up. Very cute girl.
But she hates the word cute.
Well, whatever. She's 20 what?
21.
21. Well, blondish hair. Very girl next door, cute looking. Great rack on her. She's the hot girl.
Really hot.
And she comes in. And like every girl that's in Penthouse or that's done adult movies, things like that, we talk to them about it. So we started asking her questions about what she's done. Does she do DP? Does she do fucking, gangbangs, things like that? And I noticed she's really getting put off by these questions. Mm-hmm. And the more we ask, and the more graphic the questions get, I'm noticing her eyes are welling up a bit.
Yeah.
And that's when Danny and Travis actually found a picture and put it up on there of her just sucking a giant cock.
Like she couldn't have more cock in her mouth.
Yeah, there it is.
If she wanted.
They had to shoehorn cock into her mouth.
Right. Find the one we... that was the one. That was the one that
put her over the top.
No, that's the one that put her over the top.
That's the one.
We'll get to that picture eventually.
She knows Daddy doesn't like that one.
Right, but we found one where she was just stuffed. Her mouth was just stuffed with cock.
Yeah.
Look at this, Laszlo. With tears in her eyes.
Tears in her eyes, I guess, as
Right.
she tries to suck off this cock. She saw that and was like, "Take that off. Take that down. I don't want to see that." And then we're just asking her, like, well, you did that. It's part of what you still do. She goes, yeah, but I'm focusing on my Penthouse thing. That's why I'm here to promote that. What we talk about, though, is what you've done. You do
adult films. Let's talk
and
about
listening
it.
to when she was on, what did she expect you guys to talk to her about?
I
The economic
know.
bailout?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, apparently.
We want to talk about cocks in your mouth.
Right. Yes.
We weren't even being nasty
Jim.
to her. She was just being a fucking baby. And she was being aggravating and fucking that self-centered, attention-seeking shit, and it was really annoying.
And is Penthouse that far off from doing adult films?
No.
I mean,
felt
Playboy,
bad
you would
for a little
almost go, okay, because they really try to do more of an artsy, airbrush thing.
Yeah.
Penthouse, they're still, like, stretching out the pink and all sorts of things.
But, dude, she had a porn here. One of the movies was
a
from
porn.
Penthouse.
Right.
From Penthouse.
She had sort of a Penthouse porn that she is promoting as well. So then when we start feeling that she was just being a dick, now we're like, fuck it. Now you got to cry. I'm sorry. It's just in our DNA. So then Danny was finding more and more of just horrendous photos of her doing films, and the one that put her over the top was the one where she's sucking on a black guy's ball bag.
Yeah, that put her over the top.
Oh, the video of her appearance is now up on YouTube as well.
Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, there's shots of her all over the place
It's
with loads
all
on her
over.
face, and what do you want from us?
That's a giant African American cock. She's sucking on the balls,
right?
And the dick, which isn't even completely hard, is over her nose, past her eyes, past her forehead, and actually past the top of her head.
Yeah.
That is a giant dick.
Yeah.
And she got very upset with that. And I was actually like, oh, my God, okay, I guess I'll eat back or something like that. And then Jimmy and Opie were actually being realistic about the whole thing, saying, fuck her, she's not...
I got really annoyed.
Getting annoyed. And then when I saw her little video presentation she made later that evening, after crying here on the air, she looked like fucking... her eye makeup was running down her face. She looked like Alice Cooper when she left here. Alice Pooper.
What I don't understand is, then, like everybody does, that she went back to her hotel room or wherever, and then all of a sudden she finds her bravery. It's like, why don't you come in and, like, confront us? Because we didn't even really know what we were doing wrong to start the tears in the first place.
I know.
Did we hammer it home? Of course we did.
Oh, someone was hammering it home, and she didn't want to see video of it up on that screen.
Once she was being an asshole, we hammered it home. We were being very nice to her at first. We weren't fucking with her. We weren't trying to make her feel bad.
Yeah.
She was being a fucking baby.
Right.
Just a baby. Shut up, you little baby.
And
don't do it if you don't want to fucking do it.
And there was someone else being a baby. This company we work for, hello, they decided to, cut up the fucking segment and make it mediocre at best.
Of course.
All I could say about that to the people out there, I have no confidence in the suits because I don't really think they understand our show or radio, and maybe they'll learn eventually. So what I would suggest, and this is the only thing I'm going to say, Anthony, is that the fans of this show out there, you better make damn sure you listen to the live show, because this is the radio show we are doing that we want people to hear. Right. Or you tape the live show, because there's no guarantee that you're going to hear the show on the replay how we mean it to be heard.
The one that we did that day.
Because their logic is insane. Well, there's some questionable stuff in there, so we got to get it off the replay. And my argument is always, it was already out there.
And it's out there.
It's already out there. So just leave it alone.
It's out in the cosmos.
Right.
There.
So I have no confidence, and I have to say this, so it'd be in your best interest to listen to the live show or tape the live show. Because then you're going to get the show we meant for you guys to hear. Simple as that.
Right.
End of argument, because arguing this stuff with these dummies is, you're going to have a heart attack.
Do they Do they actually think that there's going to be a brouhaha in the media because you made a whore cry?
Dude,
I know, right?
Without getting into specifics, we were well within our means on Friday. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. They're talking about technicalities and this and that, blah, blah, blah.
How does the market open 140 down?
What happened?
I don't know. It just opened.
And then everyone said, fuck that.
Panic.
So anyway, let's play her little video response to her appearance on our show. Because it's so cute in so many ways.
Is it weird to see a video of her without a batch of seeds flying across her?
Yes.
I know, yeah.
Fucking
it is.
Saving Private Ryan footage.
Hey, where's Sam? Did Sam put the video up on YouTube of her appearance, and how did the people find it? Because you see the tears in her eyes and stuff like that.
They can go to youtube.com/erockfan.
Yes.
And that's where the video is located.
All right. And what is the video? What does the video show?
The video is her saying that she's pissed off, and then her breaking down, and it ends with her leaving the studio and then leaving the building, and everybody booing her.
Oh, really?
As she leaves.
All right, then she goes back to her hotel, I guess, and she posted a video on Facebook, and this is Shauna Lennae, I guess. Listen to this.
Hey everyone, it's Shauna Lennae, and today's...
Sorry.
Hi everyone. I got my confidence back, and here I am to now trash those guys because I'm safe in my hotel room.
Hey everyone, it's Shauna Lennae, and today is Valentine's Day. I want to talk to you about a few things. Nothing.
That is a nice ass, man.
Just looking at the computer.
Grand Theft Auto.
Lap dance. Guy's getting a lap dance. And
oh wow, that's all right,
great.
Man.
Boy, they figured that chick thing out on these.
Yeah,
didn't
they sure did. She moves like a real chick. Finally.
Oh, we hired strippers. Yeah, we put them in motion capture suits.
That's great.
Nice.
Did they put the ping pong balls in their mouth?
They shoot them out their anus.
Wow, that is really good.
And if you keep asking for more lap dances, more chicks show up. So then you got like 2 asses.
Oh,
in your
it
face.
is real.
And she's
fucking
not
vultures.
And she's not touching his dick. It's definitely realistic.
It's GTA 4 Lost and Damned.
Correct.
Right? That comes out today for Xbox. Right. And Laszlo's hanging with us today.
He's doing the hair thing on his dick. This is hysterical.
They're exact. Taya Parker did that very move for us a week or so ago.
An exact fucking reproduction of a lap dance. Of a shitty fucking lap dance that you get.
The sort of headstand where the crotch ends up right in your face. Taya did that move.
Look at her dancing. This is
what we do, Laszlo. He finds interesting parts in the game, and then we'll stop whatever the fuck we're doing to talk about what's on the screen. You got our attention with the stripper.
Can you shoot her?
Yes. Afterwards, you can't kill her.
Cool. And take that money in her. Oh, here comes another.
Here comes
chick.
another freaking.
Hi. Oh, now the girls are going
girl
at
on
it.
girl action.
Yeah, this is fucking gonna cost that fucking guy.
You got chocolate city.
I love how it's a black girl, right? And I love the fact they show the orange wig and the hair underneath it.
Yeah, look, you see her hair underneath.
That's funny.
Now, what happens if you leave without paying?
No money's deducted whenever you...
Yeah, I would assume.
Laszlo, you're going to get in trouble. The black stripper has a much bigger booty than the white girl.
Hey, we're all about authenticity.
Yeah,
that is good.
Stereotype.
The other one's like a skinny white broad.
We're supposed to have audio on the board, but why would we?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do they say funny things?
No, that's the TV.
That's Detroit falling apart.
Other whores.
Yeah, right.
We're listening to the Detroit guys talking.
Oh, I haven't seen this one. She's spanking the guy and banging her in the
stripper spanking the white stripper.
Do you know, I saw a stripper, she smacked her ass, and I'm like, my God, she's been behaving so badly, she had to spank herself. Oh, what a naughty girl.
Wow, this is a good little scene in GTA 4. Lost and Damned. Turn that up.
And there's stripper music as well.
Yep.
Hey, you ganging up on me. I might have to fight back.
Wow, she's rubbing her crotch in his face.
Yeah.
He's pulling his head back. It must smell.
He just doesn't want his face getting eaten off.
If they weren't watching, I'd do this for free for you.
Oh, wow. If they weren't watching, the bosses watch, so you can't touch.
When we were writing the dialogue for the strippers.
Oh. You got me really worked up there, sweetie.
If you're ever looking for an MC affiliation, think about the Lost.
When we were writing...
I can only fit one of you ladies on the back with
Shooter.
Shooter.
Please shoot.
Oh, damn. Oh, headshot.
Oh, nice. And he's shooting her corpse.
She fucking slid 10 feet
Look at
in
the
her
stripper
own
on
blood.
the pole who's ducking.
Yeah, behind the pole.
Oh,
This is great. What a cock blocker this guy is.
Fuck that guy.
Who's the customers?
They all fled.
Yeah, they
not
left.
stupid.
Live nude.
Live nude women.
That's it.
Totally nude.
Oh, shit. The heat.
Find some cover!
Shoot that pedestrian. What the fuck are you doing? Shoot the bystander.
Oh. Shoot the hostage.
Shoot the bystander.
Drop the gun immediately, or I will shoot.
God damn the sounds of this fucking game. Amazing, Lazlow. Fucking amazing.
You shot the state troopers?
That ain't good. I don't think you should be shooting the state troopers, sir.
Get that innocent bystander.
If you don't shoot that bystander...
Good. What's coming next? Helicopters?
Yes.
I hear the
After you get a certain number of stars, the helicopter.
He's got 4 stars on him now.
Helicopter.
I don't think he's going to get out of this one alive, Laszlo.
No, I just threw a pipe bomb.
Blowing up the car
fly.
That's the best when you throw a pipe bomb or a grenade under somebody.
Yeah.
They will ragdoll through the air like Superman.
That guy flew up like 100 feet in the air.
How does he have time to get in the car? If I'm in this situation, I'm dead.
Hot wiring it.
No, I understand all that, but I would never get to the car.
Can you run into another building or no?
There are other open buildings.
Oh, boy.
And there's all new interiors.
Oh,
He's
shit, he
dropping
got out of it.
He's dropping pipe bombs out the window.
Yeah,
and racing
I don't think he's going to pull over his vehicle, Laszlo.
I'm going to pull over.
I don't think he's going to pull over.
He's speeding, too. He's going to get a lot of tickets.
All right, let's see what happens here.
They're writing some of the stripper dialogue. If you go up and check.
Oh, head-on collision.
With a Humvee.
Oh, he
went
flew
through
through the windshield.
There's no way.
Okay, this guy's tough.
There's no way he's going to survive this.
There he goes. Officer seems to have gotten him that time.
Hey, that was a good run, sir. What's his name?
This is Hugh. He's from our London Rockstar office.
Fucking Hugh, you had a good run right there, my friend. Very nice. All right, let's get back to Shauna Lennae. So her Valentine's message. Remember when we were just talking a little while ago? This was her response to her appearance on our show Friday.
Hey everyone, it's Shauna Lennae, and today is Valentine's Day. I want to talk to you about a few things, nothing too serious. I shot for a coffee book table today, which is really...
What's a coffee book table?
Does she mean a coffee table book?
Of course she does. Of course she does.
I shot for a coffee
book
table.
table. That's what Kramer put out. It was the coffee table book that opened up into a table.
This dummy. She could have redid the video. She doesn't even realize she said coffee.
What an asshole.
Coffee book table.
I want a coffee book table.
Stick the cocks in your mouth, dummy.
That's what you'll fucking. What I guess that's what you. I don't. Wait. What is a coffee table book? Is one that you pick up off the coffee table?
Yeah, it's so silly. Like a lot
Coffee
of pictures
book
and stuff.
table.
She wants a coffee book table.
They're just very
book
easy
table.
to get through those coffee table books.
Is that what she puts on her back? Like so when a guy's fucking her, he can put his coffee down.
Oh, good luck to you on that coffee book table.
Coffee book table.
few things, nothing too serious. I shot for a coffee book table today, which is really...
Shot for a coffee book table.
Just showing how dumb you really are.
Book about coffee that I use for a table.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that she's not talking in an annoying sing-songy voice.
She's so sing-songy.
It's sing-songy because she's trying to sound like she's all okay.
And innocent.
My favorite part is it's coming up where she goes, what else?
I haven't heard this.
Oh, yeah. Like, the whole reason why she's making the video, she's trying to make believe she's just kind of shooting the shit with her fans, and, like, she wasn't making this video to respond to what happened on our show. Oh, yeah. There is one more thing. It's the only thing that you want to talk about on this video.
Nothing too serious. I shot for a coffee book table today, which is really awesome, and it really shows my personality. And
You stupid whore.
Right. A personality that doesn't read.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why we're looking at you, because you have a personality. Shut up.
Personality.
You
where
are what
have
you
a
are.
Giant fucking cock in your mouth.
Right.
That shows personality. Any girl that will suck a dick like that is A-okay with me.
That's true.
That's someone I want to hang out with.
Look, I understand you
credit.
I understand you got to try to justify what you do, but you know what? No one's buying into the fact you got a personality, and that's why people are looking at you. Shut up.
I shot for a coffee book table today, which is really awesome, and it really shows my personality and really sexy pictures.
Holy shit. Steven S. from Bayshore. She has a coffee table book coming out called Relatives Who Fingered Me Before I Turned 12. It's chock full of great pics. Are you trading?
Nothing. I'm looking at we're holding steady about 20 cents a share.
All right.
For a coffee book table today, which is really awesome, and it really shows my personality, and really sexy pictures, glamorous, not porno or anything. So it's nice to have regular photo shoots once in a while.
Sure. Yeah, nice regular photo shoots. You're going to sell 4 copies.
No, I want to see her coffee book table.
Coffee book table.
Yes.
I have a table, coffee book, table.
The coffee table book. Coffee.
Here we go, guys. This is where she gives us the business.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Good.
The Anthony and Opie show?
You sure we can handle this?
To Opie and Anthony on the radio, I want to tell you guys thank you for making me so damn famous yesterday. I got tons of new fans, tons of new friends and stuff on Facebook and MySpace. And
why would you do this to yourself?
I know. Did she say Facebook or face fuck?
Why would you do this to yourself? It's only going to entice these lunatics out there. What are you doing?
Friends and stuff on Facebook and MySpace, and everyone hates you guys. So thank you.
She told us.
What'd she say?
Everyone hates us, Jimmy.
Everyone because of her.
Really, you should read, if you want to have some fun, read the comments on the YouTube video.
Are they nice?
Oh, it's hilarious. Maybe Danny could, put a few of those up for everybody.
Are people on her MySpace commenting on her new coffee book table?
Oh, yeah.
The coffee book table, yes. That wonderful coffee book table.
Everyone hates you guys. So thank you for being assholes to me and making me cry. And thank you because I'm totally number 16 on free ones today. So I want to say thank you. Thanks for being assholes. And also, you guys suck. You're pathetic and scumbags, Opie and Anthony.
Oh, wow. That was good.
What about fucking Jimmy Norton?
Right.
Yeah.
He was just as big a cock to you as we were.
That's right.
Shauna
Lennae.
She just said all this, but instead she was blubbering like she was 12.
She really was a blubbering ass.
Boy, she sure was.
I just want to go home.
I'm homesick.
Do you? Well, you're homesick for fucking daddy? What? For your fucking daddy at home? Is he proud? Watching you suck that big fucking cock? Do you send fucking pictures home of that? We all proud of your penthouse thing because it was that much. It was so much more subtle than that cum-drenched fucking face that you probably sent that home and said, "Look, Daddy, I'm legit now. Look up my asshole. Now I'm just spreading my ass cheeks, and you could look up my asshole instead of a big cock being in it. I'm so proud, Daddy." Is that how you feel? You fucking cunt.
Wow, Ed. Where's that coming from?
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah, you would have to. We're not stupid.
But fuck her.
And that's such a high school argument. Everybody hates you.
Everybody hates you. Yeah, well, she's a fucking child.
Yeah.
Which, that's where the attraction is from. But
wow, the Dow's now down 200.
Oh, boy, coffee book
Come
table.
on, motherfuckers.
All right, here we go.
I hope you
Bye.
guys get kicked off the air sometime soon because
She might know something with all these rumors flying, Anthony.
It would be funny if she started spitting out because nobody at Liberty Media likes you guys. I have the inside skinny.
I hope you guys get kicked off the air sometime soon because I don't think you guys deserve any airtime or any attention whatsoever.
So then why are you giving us attention?
I don't know. She wants all the attention for herself.
You're pathetic and scumbags coming from a chick that gets throat fucked on film? Yeah.
You will never be Howard Stern because Howard Stern is...
So that's how people really get to us, by the way. If you want to get to us, seriously, because I know there's haters listening to this very program right now, just say you'll never be Howard Stern. That really gets under our skin and
Do we
really
have any? How
bothers
about
us.
this? Do we have any audio of her porn? I'm sure her acting is very good.
Yeah.
Why don't we hear some audio of her porn?
Hey, that's a good idea, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, let's showcase her. Hey, we shouldn't badmouth this girl. Maybe she's good at what she does. Let's play some audio of her porn.
And she'll never be any B-rate fucking movie actress because she's already had so much cum in her face, ass, pussy, and everywhere else
that no one would take her seriously.
It's kind of tough to take a meeting with Steven Spielberg when he could just Google what you've done so far.
Yeah.
What she should have said was
exactly.
And I'll never be Jenna Jameson, and I'll never be Savannah Sampson, and I'll never be Belladonna. You'll never be that recognizable in porn, and you'll have done a couple of covers, and then nobody will give a shit about you in a couple of years.
And then you'll catch AIDS and die.
I feel sorry for the new porn stars, Jimmy, because they can't make the money like the greats.
Right.
They just can't. Everyone's getting their porn for free, so girls like her, you're not getting the real cash.
And Laszlo, the porn industry has been very responsible with HIV. I gotta say it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm not just saying that because I'd like to fuck a couple of them unprotected. They are. Jesus, they make you get tested before you fuck them. It's so annoying. I went out there without a test and I got nothing.
So that's the thing, and it has to be like a recent date, like within
30 days. I was fucking miserable. I got tested at 86. That's the problem.
86.
Pay attention whatsoever. You will never be Howard Stern because Howard Stern is actually a very nice guy. And he's very caring, and you guys are not caring. You guys are the most pathetic scumbags I've ever met in my life. So once again, thank you for making me famous. I love you haters, and everyone's on my side. So Opie and Anthony, you can suck my clit.
All right.
Wow,
Sure can.
That sounds like a horrible thing.
Evidently you can for $100.
Yeah,
You've got a camera.
If you can get the Lakers out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
You can suck my clit, although you may have to go through 4 or 5 assholes and ball sets to get them.
Who wants to fucking suck on that clit?
I would.
Please. No way.
Well, you would have to.
Stop it.
Would you let her cream pie you? Take a load in the fucking box and sit on your face?
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, what are you, mean-spirited?
I don't want to suck on a clit that's had the cast of Amistad through it. Thank you, audience. Sorry.
You wouldn't do that, Aunt?
No.
I would.
She's been spoiled.
What are you, a communist?
Communists? What are we? Communists?
What are you? What are you? An atheist?
Chuckle the murders.
That's right. if you hold all these black cocks in your pockets like so many coffee book tables, salute.
You must allow some jizz on our beaks.
After all, we are not legitimate film actresses.
They all laugh.
Matt in Greensboro. I love how she's so proud of her the fame she's gotten. When all the pictures on the free ones website rank or whatever are of her with giant cocks in her mouth and ass. So
yeah,
she's more famous now. So more people are looking at pictures of her taking it up to you.
Yeah, what do you think? You're more famous that like people are going to look at your penthouse spread and be like, wow, she really is a strong woman. This is a wonderful thing. No, they hear your name, they pop it in Google, and find the most raunchy fucking getting sprayed with jizz on your face pictures that they could find. And there's plenty of them. Jesus Christ, when did you start, 10?
And what was your big crime? You reminded her through a picture up on the screen what she does for a living.
Well, I guess that was enough.
We were just being...
Holy shit.
We just want to know about,
some of those
her life in porn, that's all.
Fucking cocks should have blown her head out like Kennedy's. I'm surprised she was able to make it in here.
So there's the latest on that. So she definitely showed us. What can I tell you?
I love the one with the fucking...
I don't think we have a comeback for her now.
The balls in her mouth and the big dick across her face. Yeah. It looks like she's like fucking like doing a balancing act like it's like a T-square. She's balancing a T-square. You can almost hear with the balls in her mouth going ta-da.
No, Jimmy, it's an N-square.
It looks like the balloon hat the balloon animal guy makes.
Yeah.
And puts on his head just to attract the little kitties. With the
festive and jovial.
With the big balloon that goes all the way across to the back. Yes. All right, let's take a break. And we'll continue with Laszlo as we check out more of Grand Theft Auto, Lost and Damned. It's a little mission pack, but it's not a mission pack. I don't like saying mission pack, Laszlo.
No, it's
a whole new game, basically.
It's the first episode for GTA 4. It's a whole new game.
Would it be fair to even call this a companion game?
Yes.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Because it weaves in and out of the original storyline.
Right.
Is it as detailed? Can you do as much as the original?
Yes, and there's additional stuff you can do as well.
Nice. All right.
Like,
cool.
could you walk into that any one of these places? Or some of them you can.
There's some interiors that you can walk into.
Yeah, but he's too
and
busy.
And some you're being chased, and you go to a doorway and go, "Fuck!
Come on, open.
Yeah, let me get in this joint.
How can you tell which ones, mister?
Oh, you got to be smart.
Yeah, I want to see a nice motorcycle jump.
Yeah.
Any motorcycle jumps coming up? You know of any motorcycle jumps in the area? He said sure.
He's like, all right, here, look at him.
The hours
he's good at riding his bike on this game because
I think he's played a few times.
I usually I smash right into the walls or I lay it down.
Well, that's why we changed the physics also, because Nico had a little bit of trouble.
Hold on, I want to see this.
Jumping across.
Shit.
Oh,
is he going to make it across?
No.
No way? No fucking way, huh? Oh, yeah.
Look how far it is. He's just
going
jumping
into the river.
Wow. That's a hell of an effort.
Oh, that was a good one.
Landed right in the middle, though. Very cool.
At least you could swim out of the water in these. The earlier GTAs were in the water, and it's like, hey, I can swim. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, let me swim. I swim in real life.
Why am I dead?
Why are there steps going right into the water? That's cool.
Yeah, the reflections are great.
Water is ridiculous.
Where's the motorcycle?
It sunk.
He's like Fonzie.
Yeah. What will he do now?
Well, now he's going to
He's got to punch these people.
Why are you not shooting them? There's 2 whores standing there in coats, and you're not shooting them. What are you, fucking goody two-shoes? There's 2 women standing there in coats. He doesn't kill them. Fuck's with this kid, Henry.
Yeah. Jimmy just like seeing anyone get shot.
Of course.
Yes. Give me your car. Well, the cops are on you now.
He's stolen a minivan.
Yeah, you stole a fucking soccer
If you don't hit this person, I'm going home.
Whoa.
Oh. He ran her over, but good her leg. Ah, yes. Park on her fucking head. Can you fuck the body?
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh,
Jimmy, I wish you could get out of the beginning mission on this game, because I think you'd have a lot of fun.
I think you're right. Back into a fence for 4 hours. You just jerked off eventually. Frustrated.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Continue with Laszlo.
Yeah, we got some clips of some of the
Oh, yeah, let's
comedy
do that
from the
after the break. That sounds really good. You got Eastside Dave and other people you used in this in this game.
How are you not shooting this person?
Opie and Anthony.
There you go.
Checking out GTA 4, Lost and Damned, and what's his name again there, Lazlow?
Hugh.
Huh? Hugh?
Hugh.
From the London office is playing the game for us.
Yeah, and he's going to land the chopper and create some havoc.
Yeah? Let's see how good he is now. Where's he going to land the chopper? Right on the highway?
Right in the middle of the expressway.
to the chopper.
Well, you're not going to... Oh, wow, he cleared that.
Under bridges.
Nice. All right, he gets out. Let's see what he can do.
Get a helicopter.
No one noticed that he just landed a helicopter on the road?
No, you'll hear peds on the street. You know, people walking on the street, you hear him say stuff like, oh my God, what the hell is that?
Those pipe bombs rule.
Yeah, they are quite nice.
Uh-oh. Taste this.
Taste this. That's what I would say.
Time to blow up the helicopter?
I blew up the helicopter.
Oh, boy.
Why would you do that?
And they stay a little too close, so you get that ringing in your ears.
That got their attention. 1 star, but it went away.
No, he's got 3.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're right. 3.
You can also blow up the gas stations, which is good fun.
Hello. I like blowing up the gas station. Is he going to be able to shoot that helicopter out of the sky?
I always use the rocket launcher. Oh, I just heard Steve. Did you hear that?
Oh, that was Steve?
Yep.
There's all this shooting and someone keeps yelling, put that in my ass.
All right, we got 4 stars.
What's that mean?
Oh, boy, I wouldn't go in the cop car.
What's that mean?
That's not nice.
The more stars you have, the higher wanted level, which means there'll be, more and more police will come after you than the SWAT team.
Is that how you want to be 4 stars?
No.
It makes it very tough to get away, Jim.
Why does he just go in somewhere and read a book? Can you make him go in somewhere and grab a book and read it?
Quietly.
Yeah.
Still in the cop
nice
car.
coffee book table.
Yeah, he's in the cop car.
He got away.
And did you see that the gentleman who has brought you so much joy in life has died in the last couple of days?
Oh, who is this?
Jack Cover, who invented the stun gun.
Oh, wow.
And his the best bit is where he got his scientific inspiration is he saw a person walk into an electric fence. It's like, if only we could replicate that in a handheld unit.
That'd be wonderful.
You think you would just sit and watch YouTube videos of people getting stun gunned?
It's me.
And jerk off.
Yeah. That's me.
We already asked Lazlow about PS3. We're shit out of luck, us PS3ers. This is for Xbox.
Well, you can buy Grand Theft Auto 4
Xbox.
for the PS3, but you can't get this downloadable content.
Yeah. I'm going to download it illegally and figure something out. I'm going to be a hero to the PS3ers out there.
Do you still have 4 stars now, or you're clear?
No, he's clear. He got away.
How did he get away?
Because he's fast.
Now, what happens if you want to just stop and walk in one of those apartments? You can't?
No, he just ran over a Jewish gentleman.
Jimmy's obsessed with going into the buildings.
Why not? I mean, it's something so much fun you can just do. I want to go there. I would go there.
Certain buildings you can.
He's done.
He's been arrested.
Yes, busted.
Why did you arrest him?
Well, he was raising holy hell.
being bad.
Hey, I got an update on Shauna Lennae.
Oh, really?
She posted to Adult DVD Talk. She writes, even before we went on air, this is, going back to Friday's show. Excuse me for not knowing the names of people who work there. A guy was telling me and Taya what to do. They were treating us like puppets. We wouldn't even do what they wanted, which probably pissed them off to begin with.
Yeah.
No. I feel from the very beginning that they were misrepresenting us. They were making fun of how young I look, me doing interracial films. I will say they are racist.
Well, okay. Got one thing right.
But making fun
half of the show's racist.
A third. Making
A
fun
third.
of making fun of how young they are. How young you look, you fucking asshole. We were saying that you look
are
great.
young. She's only 21.
She's a dummy because you know what? She's going to be a fucking hag being in that business.
Yeah.
With that fucking, just a fucked out piece of shit. And she's going to wish she looked like she did now.
And when little baby, when she was going, don't call me cute. I don't like being called cute. I go, well, no, it's a good thing because it's like a girl next door thing. Like I was explaining why we think that also
we were
is very
complimenting her with the cute thing.
We
like,
were.
wow, you're cute.
But
you don't look like a skank
Dummy
whore
doesn't even
that
realize
looks all
that.
beat up and shit.
Here's the problem with her. Widow baby.
I got to read this. This is amazing stuff coming up. They were making fun of how young I look, me doing interracial films. I will say they're racist, making me feel like a whore.
Well, you are.
And we're not letting me be Shauna Lennae.
But, Jay, I saw pictures of Shauna Lennae, and that's
Boy,
who
she
I
knows
saw.
how to take a cock in her mouth and ass.
Yes. Yes.
I also was being denied the chance to say what I needed to say as they were cutting out mine and Taya's mics. Holy shit. We did not turn off her mics once.
No one touched your mic, stupid. No one touched your mic.
We did not turn off anyone's mics.
She probably had a shitty headset on, and Dumbbell doesn't understand that you can just turn the volume up or fix the thing that's got a problem.
I really wanted to send an awareness about a situation I had went through, and they didn't even care. Instead of letting me tell people I do have a safety issue, they made fun of the situation I went through at a gas station in L.A. with a random guy trying to jump in my car, and then who knows what.
Fuck you.
Remember she said that...
Yeah, she pepper sprayed him. All right.
All right, we got into it a little bit. What else do you want to say about it? It sucks. It happens to women all the time.
Not for you.
There are two sides to the story, and you can't tell mine through the radio because we were not on air yet. Or she writes, not en air yet. A-N instead of O-N. I was excited to be on their show and have fun. I walked in the studio skipping, saying, yay, we have an audience. But I thought we don't have an audience and we suck and no one listens to us. And
the live audience.
And when you were skipping and yelling yay, we thought you were retarded.
But the repeated bashing got on my nerves.
Nobody fucking bashed this psychopath.
She saw it so different.
Nobody was bashing her. God, is she annoying.
She really is an asshole.
I never listened to O&A. My public, but she knows how to say O&A, which is like our little nickname that the Uber fans use. Because who wants to say Opie? Let's be honest with each other. It's a dumb name. I never listened to O&A. My publicist did not tell me what type of show it was. Therefore, I wasn't mentally prepared for their bullshit.
But meanwhile, that's bullshit because she said that they were prepped.
Well, that's
Remember
why
that?
someone highlighted that sentence and wrote lie, because I guess she was prepped on what the show's all about. I feel they were smacking me in the face with their insults.
As opposed to a big black cock.
Thanks. We all jumped for that line at the same time. I did not expect them to act like womanizers. I thought they were going to be cool people.
Do you understand what you do for a living, you dumb cunt? Do you even fucking get it for a minute that you are an object that is fucked in every hole that you have, and jism is just fucking splashed in your face, in your ass, your pussy, your mouth, your fucking... That's what you do.
You have to buy baby wipes from Sam Club. There's so much cum to clean off your body.
What do you want to talk about? The stimulus package, you stupid fuck? What are we just supposed to talk about?
I really don't think we should bail out the automakers because big black cock in my ass.
Bad. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I got to fucking suck these balls.
But nobody takes me seriously for my economic opinion.
But nobody was insulting her.
All right. No.
That's what's enraging.
We
is
are
this
now.
fucking asshole. Nobody was insulting her or Taya.
See, this is insulting you.
All right, what is the Google bomb we could do? Now, you got to keep it clean or they're going to get rid of our Google bomb.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you could just, like, say cunt or anything.
No?
On
I don't
Google.
like that.
No, I think they frown upon that, Anthony.
How about Shauna Lennae's smelly farts?
They're trying to be a blue chip company. I don't think she like the word cunt.
She didn't want to be called
on their
cute,
server,
right? Like that was like the main thing that really got her
It
upset.
certainly did.
So why don't we just Google bomb Shauna Lennae is cute?
There you go.
It's cute. Ugh.
Will that do the job, though?
No.
How about Shauna
Cunt is
Lennae's
so much
molesting
better.
father thought she was cute?
Well, we don't know if there was
That's a
any
little
of
wordy,
that.
Dude, it's obvious. You put one picture up and she had a fucking mental breakdown.
Freaked out.
Right. All right, let's move on. We'll try to figure out the Google bomb.
Awful.
They turned out to not be cool people. Yes, I shouldn't have cried so much, but what you guys don't know is that when I said fuck you and walked off, they wouldn't leave me alone. They were egging me on even before they brought the mic in to invade my privacy. So there you go, Steve. She knew the mic was on her. There you go. There you go.
You have no privacy in here. It's a fucking studio, dummy.
She knew the whole time that she was still on mic, Steve.
Yeah.
You fucked up a good segment. Now I'm annoyed. To invade my privacy. They wouldn't get the camera out of my face. She knew, Steve, that the camera was in her face, the mic was on. What the fuck are you doing to our show?
Well, now we know.
We knew then, too.
Invasion.
They wouldn't get the camera out of my face and kept repeating that I do porn. Yes, I do porn, but I'm not ashamed. However, they apparently do not like porn stars and think we are pieces of dirt.
First of all, you were ashamed because nobody was knocking the porn pictures we were looking at.
Yeah.
We said they were sexy.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And why would you be bothered by that?
We could go Russ Martin. Russ Martin is an old DJ that got fired. What's his name? The fucking guy, Mondo Topless.
Oh,
Russ Meyer.
Russ Meyer.
We could go Russ Meyer. Someone has a good idea. Google bomb. Loose. Shauna Lennae.
Loose? I don't know. There's got to be something better.
All right.
Something that could be really degrading.
All right, everyone hang
and
in
nasty.
there. Everyone hang in there. We're developing this.
Shauna Lennae, crybaby.
I don't think girls like to be called loose.
How about jizz?
How about,
face?
I was thinking like Shauna Lennae massive facial.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
Shauna
it's clean.
Lennae jizz face?
Yeah, we're getting there. You can't say has crabs. We don't know if she has crabs.
Gaping.
Gaping. Gaping Shauna Lennae.
Shauna Lennae ass cave.
Shauna Lennae crybaby?
Well.
Yeah. All right. Let's. It'll come to
I want
us.
it to be sexual and degrading.
Okay. Shauna Lennae fucked Jim Norton.
Not that bad.
This post makes it too easy. Wait till you hear the next sentence here. Invade my privacy. They wouldn't get the camera out of my face. They kept repeating that I do porn. Yes, I do porn, but I'm not ashamed. However, they apparently do not like porn stars and think, all right, we're pieces of dirt. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
As the next guy, but I want to go on the radio and talk about important things. Or at least the things I'm there to promote, like my magazine or my film from Penthouse.
I was holding your film from Penthouse up, this dummy. What a liar. I had the film from Penthouse, and I was talking to her about it.
Plugged it. We plugged her stupid fucking little layout she did.
And the Penthouse video is called Bring Me the Head of Shauna Lennae. They're lying when they say they showed clips from this movie.
Bring me the head of Shauna Lennae. I want to fuck it. Apparently, in the African-American community, that's a big thing.
They're lying when they say they showed clips from this movie. I don't think we said we showed clips from this movie.
No.
They never took the movie out of the packaging, They also lied to my publicist about this. When I'm on radio for Penthouse, I will not promote pictures or videos from other companies. It's just a nice thing to do since Penthouse is the company paying me for the appearance. Penthouse doesn't give a shit what you're talking about.
Shut up. Just talk about yourself. Talk about that big fucking dick you had laying over your face while the balls with pubic hair that looked like Brillo was in your fucking mouth.
Well, I was so tired when... Oh.
No, Jimmy. I was talking about her, not your experiences. Oh, that fucking bitch. Fuck her now. Fuck her and her spent out pussy. Enough of her.
It's just annoying because she's just not... She's just a dummy. She's not telling it accurately.
No.
That's what's annoying. She's just not being accurate.
Oh, stupid bitch.
Can we get her back on the show?
Yeah, let's get her back in here.
Steve, call her up. We'll smooth things over.
Get her on the phone.
Get her on the phone.
Tell her we want to smooth things over.
Yeah, we think this has gone too far, and we could be gentlemen and, do the right thing.
I so want to make her cry again now. If I knew she was that big a cunt, I think it would have been a lot easier to just fucking pound and make her really start crying in here.
Really were being nice, even when she
I was trying to be all
crying,
nice.
We're like, whoa, hey, what's up with that? What's up with the tears?
All right. Oh, look, take the picture down. Oh, we won't talk about that. I was trying to be nice guy.
Yeah.
We're an asshole. I'm a fucking sap.
We're stupid.
You're
all right, Laszlo.
You can't help it.
Fuck that.
Let's move on. We got GTA 4, The Lost and Damned.
Yeah, so we did a whole bunch more spoof radio in the game, and we spoofed for the first time a Shock Jock show. Okay. Oh. Anthony and I were talking about the spoof of Shock Jock message boards that we put up on the Rockstar Lost and Damned website. And because, if we're doing a spoof of a Shock Jock show, you got to do a website message board.
Message boards, because you know how the listeners are.
Yeah, they get crazy.
Yeah. The funniest thing is, what was it? Some whackbag people were like, hey, that's a great parody of a message board. Man, you hit it right on the head. And Laszlo's like, dude, it's your message board. It's pretty much a goof on you.
But we did this show called the Martin Sirius show, and he's got a stunt boy named Smithy, which we used Eastside Dave. Who I was on Ron and Fez yesterday telling them that Will Forte from Saturday Night Live, who plays Martin Sirius, was a bit concerned about Dave in the studio, who was having meltdowns when he would fuck up his lines. But I did a little homage to you guys, and in here, and this first clip is a homage to your WoW stickers.
Oh.
Smithy, tell them how they can get their Tot stickers.
Yes, Mr. S.
Their Tot stickers. Oh, that's great.
Smithy, tell them how they can get their Tot stickers.
Yes, Mr. S. Tot stickers are for take out your twat Tuesdays and Thursdays. When you put the Tot sticker on your car and women see the Tot sticker while they're driving, they'll mush those nasty meat curtains against the window.
Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. That's outrageous, but also liberated and true.
Oh, you got a little,
that's great.
Little Robin in there.
Well, there's that's
undeniable. That's a little takeoff on Robin.
That's
and the hole and
a black transsexual we have on there.
Oh,
yes.
wow. Well, that'll cover it.
But
shit, that's funny.
We also did some
That's very funny, Laszlo.
We also did some new spoof commercials. Going to do number 2 on there.
There's no easy way to break the news that a loved one is gone.
Hello? Hey, Miss Sarducci, it's Mike. Your daughter sort of OD'd last night on heroin during a 3-way, but, I got you some flowers.
Flowers help gloss over any of life's gut-wrenching agonies, because just like life, flowers are gorgeous. Then, they grow old fast and you throw them in the dumpster. Flowers are perfect for every occasion, from the arrival of a slightly slow child to a car accident, or just to say, I was thinking about you, and how we used to fuck. Flowers allow you to express yourself to the important people in your life. Get them something that will die in a few days. Send flowers. A message from your local florist and the Florist Alliance Group.
Damn, is that some good writing right there?
He's so fun. Oh, that good.
Very nice. All from Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned.
Yeah,
on Xbox today.
Actually, if you go to track 5, it was a spoof that we were originally going to put in the first Grand Theft Auto 4, but we saved it. And you know, it's funny when you're sort of going through the regulatory process. The things that trigger people to be concerned aren't cursing or turning somebody's head into a red mist or throwing a pipe bomb into a burger joint.
Yeah,
for some reason it's molestation jokes.
Yeah, really.
Is what. And so
that's true.
This one threw a few flags, but we put it in anyway. It was a spoof for a cartoon we wanted to call My Drunk Uncle.
I could see what that might. Oh, Uncle Paul.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, no, he's on his way. My drunk uncle's come to town.
Sit on my lap. Let's take a nap. Let me just pull these down.
Go screw yourself. That's what you should do.
You better not think of telling your mom. She'll probably just blame you.
My drunk uncle, I have to sleep on my tummy. My drunk uncle, his hands make me feel funny. My drunk uncle, he smells like whiskey. My drunk uncle, I'm headed to therapy.
My Drunk Uncle, the new cartoon coming to CCC. May not be suitable for minors.
What channel is that on?
Oh, Uncle Paul. It's a fake commercial.
Why?
Why?
That'd be marvelous. Drunk uncle.
Yeah, that's catchy. A bit catchy.
What else you got there, Laszlo?
No, we love to spoof the credit card commercials, because the credit card commercials are always like, you know, what do you use your credit card for? And it's just like, oh, you know, I'm taking my wife on a lovely vacation. They never talk about the real shit that you use your credit cards for, right?
What do you use your Fleeca card for?
I used the Fleeca card to have my mom put down, and I got frequent flyer miles. Thanks, Fleeca.
That is brilliant.
My mom put down.
And I got frequent flyer miles.
That's brilliant.
From putting down a relative to funerals to bail, Fleeca is accepted around the world. Fleeca, it's time to start paying.
So we had a series like 4 or 5 of those in the game.
That's really good, man.
I like Fleeca, too, like to fleece you. It's great.
And then finally, babiesovernight.com.
Yes.
Has this ever happened to you?
I hate this baby.
Me too.
It doesn't have to be this way. At babiesovernight.com, you pick the kind of baby you want online and have it delivered the next day. No cord to cut, no morning sickness, no going for 9 months without sex. Choose from all creeds and colors. Just listen to a few of our satisfied customers.
It's great! If you don't like the one they send you, just throw it in the trash and they send a new one. No questions asked. I definitely use them again.
babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight. Guaranteed.
Wow. Good job, Laszlo.
Thank you.
Very good job.
So, yeah, there's new talk radio in the game. There's 2 new TV shows, including Republican Space Rangers.
Yes.
So
that one's good. Yeah, I like that one.
How many hours of radio?
Republican Space Rangers.
Or of TV, radio?
Of TV, there's well over almost 2.5 hours of television that we produced. And we're already creating television for the next episode.
It's amazing.
It really is.
It's bizarre. I mean, like, we went from creating radio for Inside a Video Game to creating TV shows and full cartoons with animators, and it's nuts.
Where do you go? Where do you go from here, Laszlo?
I think you just disappear in the game.
Yeah, right?
I think it becomes like Tron.
Where the hell do you go from here? Where's these video games going? What do you think? All right, good talking to you.
You're just gonna... I thought you were talking to Ant.
I would just... anybody would be nice.
You know, typically...
Well, I don't feel like I'm talking to myself.
What I noticed happen is, like, on the old consoles, like PlayStation, like the first generation PlayStation, you'd play like something like Resident Evil, and you'd see the cutscenes, like those little cinematic vignettes in between gameplay, and you'd be like, man, I can't wait for the game to look like that. Yeah. And then it looks like that, and then there's even better cutscenes, but now it's gotten to the point where playing Grand Theft Auto is like watching a cutscene. Like, there's no difference between the gameplay and the cutscene. So, like, now where do you take this? I just don't understand where you go.
You have to really
with
kill
this.
people on a subway platform and film it.
Put it on YouTube.
Like, short of hooking up, like sensory equipment to your own body. Like, I don't know where else you go.
I think the graphics just keep getting better and better. They're very photorealistic now. But you look back at 5-10 years ago, and you were looking like, ridiculous. Oh my God, it looks amazing. They cannot get better than this. And then it did a lot.
Yeah, the graphics will still get better, even though what we're looking at right now is ridiculous. But yeah, you got to think they'll get even better than this.
Still,
well, they say in 10 years, contact lenses will have TVs in them. They do. I was reading that. Yeah.
TVs in the contact lenses.
It's not that far fetched. I mean, there'll be a way to like the hologram like the truck I'm driving now. A lot of them have this image in the middle of the windshield.
Well, don't you like that heads-up display?
Heads-up, it's called, right. So if they can do that, eventually they'll be putting TV like that into lenses or whatever.
What's heads-up display? I didn't get that on my new ride.
It's a HUD.
What the fuck does it do?
Fighter pilot technology, my friend.
Yeah.
That's it puts like the speedometer on your windshield, so you don't look at your windshield. You can focus way out on the road like you do, and then you're looking right at your speed limit.
It's hovering there like a hologram. But I could also have my directions for my fucking Jeep, my navigation
put
directions.
all kinds of stuff up there
Why
on
did
the
I get a HUD?
heads-up display.
What the fuck?
It's fucking amazing, dude. It's you get your speed limit hovering there, so you always know without looking down how fast you're going.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
See, that's what it looks like.
Can I see?
I'm now mad.
I'll tell you.
See, that's like one of them. Something like
mine
that.
is just orange.
Exactly, yeah, that actually might be it, yeah.
Mine, that's a bunch of fudge.
This guy's only going 6.
Exactly.
It's going 6 miles an hour.
6 miles an hour.
That's the gear he's in.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll get into something else. There's a few other things here. What was the one? Oh, yeah. I think a lot of you people are savvy enough to know what this is, but if you don't, we're going to tell you after the break. Listen to this. It goes on.
Bonds! Bonds!
Is that a lady
They're
beating
your
a
fucking firing squad, you piece of shit!
See that, or it's a lady beating her pet chimp off an elderly friend. That's my friend's clit you're biting.
We'll tell you next. All right. Hanging with Laszlo today. We're trying to figure out what this is. Turn down my music.
How they let her get up there with John Lennon and Clapton and everyone else playing is just an insult.
Rock and roll circus.
You know what this is? That's the I Love Lucy, where she walked in and she saw Vivian Vance shitting in Ricky's mouth.
Try the wine.
Oh, she continued. We get it. Oh,
and
Jesus.
The translation, you know, sometimes those things are very long, but the translation is very short.
He said, I can smell your cunt.
Yeah, she was very upset by that.
Very upset, yeah. Very upset. Yeah. What was it?
That's actually something Jimmy would probably relate to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Golden shower?
Right, almost.
Somebody shitting on an Asian woman.
Oh, no, that's acceptable. You ever see Tub Girl? It's wonderful.
Hilarious.
Tub Girl.
That is a lady freaking out at a Hong Kong airport.
She missed her flight from Hong Kong to San Francisco, and she lost her fucking mind. And then winds up getting a flight a couple hours later anyway.
Yeah, so.
She was like, thought it was the last plane out.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? She's hanging on the top of the building in Saigon when the last chopper's leaving? Lady, there's another plane. Calm the fuck down. And what's going on in San Francisco that's so important that she's screaming like that? Except a lot of ass sex, from what I hear.
Yes. Maybe she wanted to save Harvey Milk. She didn't realize that it already happened.
I'm here to recruit you.
I'm Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you. Are you, Harv?
Harvey loved dick.
Oh, he couldn't get enough.
He relished cock.
What was the line you used last week? Playfully spanking.
Playfully spanking each other's bottoms. You just find some fucking drunk, drugged-out Hispanic gentleman outside the doorway of his
camera shop.
His jizz fucking supply house, the camera shop. And he goes in, and the next thing you know, he's helping him inside, and that was it. Mm-hmm. The next scene is them nude, completely nude on a mattress on the floor, just playfully, giddily spanking each other's bottoms.
And one's trying to crawl away, and I think Penn holds him.
Yeah.
And fucking Froggy cops on him, and Deep Dicks is fucking drunken bottom.
Where do you think you're going?
I got to tell you something. I was laughing uncontrollably at what you were saying. I looked up at the TV, and they're showing the car chase. I think it was, where was this one? The wild police chase. The video is everywhere today.
Oh, just pummeling them.
The shit out of them.
Yeah. But they got to get them cuffs on.
But Lazlow, I looked up and I thought I was still seeing watching GTA 4. Lost in
That's true.
I'm not even trying to make a joke. I went, wow, that's realistic.
That's funny. It did look like
I swear
GTA
to God, I was
4.
like, my brain got really confused for a moment there.
Why is Palin still in the fucking news?
I don't know.
Who cares?
You hear the other day, she's thinking for going. She's going to do a run at the White House. Like,
oh, she should. She was very well received. She handled herself professionally.
She should run at it head first. Is what she should do.
I don't have a chance in hell.
No.
Lazlow, you want to take some questions?
Sure.
I want them answered immediately.
Let's go to Dennis in Maryland.
Hey. Hello.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, guys. Love the show. Jimmy, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Lazlow, I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
I love the games. I've been a video game fanatic since I was a kid.
Good for you.
Atari, Pong, whatever. I'm 33.
We got it.
I'd love to get into voice work.
Sure.
However,
Babe Ruth has a better shot. Sorry.
I've checked the internet and everything else, but I would rather get some information from somebody who's actually in the business. I don't want to take some stupid college course and then, never be able to.
You gotta just. I hate to tell you, Dennis, you gotta just luck out. It sounds like you have a nice voice, but you just gotta luck out. There's no easy way to do it, right?
There's certain trade magazines, I think, that put things out that you could go to, but I don't.
You can make a demo tape and send it around to the agencies.
But it's so hard. Even if you've got a lot of voice work, it's hard to get the big guys like Atlas Talent and William Morris or whomever to sign you. These days, we hire a lot of people off of voice123.com.
Yeah?
And it's just people who have their own home studio or whatever. They put together a short demo.
Wait, there's a good tip for this guy. Voice123.com?
Yeah, it's the numbers 123. And you can go in there. It's great because somebody like us at Rockstar, if we want deep African-American male voice, you type that in. And a bunch of demos will pop up, and you go listen through some of them, and then you just click a button.
How would you type that in?
Slow.
Shorter.
Yeah, it sounds a bit wordy for what you're looking for.
Yeah. Typical bell to hit over there.
Of course I do.
Offer free work for you if you ever need it.
Oh, thanks very much.
Paid, just the experience alone would be great.
Well, go to Voice123. That's a start for you, Dennis.
I will. I mean, you guys, thank you very much. You guys have been a great
and also,
help so far.
shoot me an email as well.
Yeah, try to become friends with Laszlo. That's how you get in these games.
Yeah.
Laszlo uses all his friends.
I think the best thing you can do, Dennis, honestly, is walk around and always do your Tom from Carvel impression. When you do a Tom Carvel impression, people love it. Just click over, Tom the Tikey. And you do that to all the voiceover people when you walk in. If Sunday is Wednesday, Tom the Tikey. We got Ted the Just do Tom Carvel. They'll hire you in a second.
That's brilliant advice.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Why? You kind of look like an ass, I think. But
no, you wouldn't. You walk right into the audition, or you just do famous people. You walk in and you go like to the agent, and you go, hey, I could sell anything you want. Jack Nicholson here.
Because you have to say the name. I love when people have to say the name because the impression's so bad.
You know, you do the really good Pacino. Oh, you're out of order if you buy other things, says Al Pacino.
Goddamn.
Yeah, you fucking do a little Dustin Hoffman.
Sure.
You walk right in there. You go, I could sell anything you need. Yeah, definitely buy this product. Rain Man uses this product. You should use this product. And then you smash your stupid face into the desk, Dennis. Leave us alone, your childlike aspirations.
What, do you want to be an astronaut? You fucking
exactly,
little kid?
Asshole. Why do you talk to the inside of a coffin lid? Do your fucking voices to that.
Guy's just looking for a break, man.
I'm Ken the Cadaver.
All right. Ed, what do you want to be next week? A fighter pilot?
Exactly.
Dummy.
Sing Tura Laura Laura on a satin pillow. Let everybody hear your fucking golden pipes. Fucking hope you burn your throat with acid.
People tell me I have a good voice.
No, they don't.
Have they?
Well, they just... Hey, Laszlo.
Being polite.
Yeah.
Josh S. in Philly and many others are asking about the full frontal male nudity in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, can you fire up
Lost
that,
and Damned.
Can you fire up that cutscene?
Why did you guys insist? Why did you guys insist on full frontal male
Because
nudity?
it's hysterical.
All right, well, there's the answer.
And it catches you so by surprise. You think you're quite safe, and all of a sudden, there on the screen is a man's.
Well, we like to play gay or funny in
penis.
this show, so obviously funny. It's just funny. Let's go to, as he finds that, let's go to Tugboat. Tugboat.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good,
Hey,
man.
TV.
Laszlo, I got a question for you. And
Sure.
where do you think the next huge jump will be in video games?
Let me just ask that.
Yes.
As far as graphics, any chance...
There anything they're working on?
Can I guess, ask a question for Lazlow? Is it going to be, I heard the next big thing is like when you're driving from point of view, if you spray to clean the windshield, you're actually going to feel a little spritz of fluid on you, like windshield wiper fluid. Is that the next big thing?
I remember I was at a convention and a guy swore to me the next big thing was going to be a box that hooked to your Xbox that emitted smells based on what you were.
Oh, God.
So stupid.
The Jimmy fucking smell would be great. All just farting.
Wouldn't that be great if that was the whole big thing? Was a little hose by your Xbox you have to constantly fill with wiper fluid?
It just squirts you.
It gives you a little spritz like you're driving.
It's so immersive.
Or it comes with a fan that you set up like it's like you're driving real quick and the smell of leaves. Comes with 30 bags of leaves. The fucking fan blows leaves in like you just rode through a park. That would suck. What an awful... Because you know how big 30 bags of leaves would be?
Huge.
Yeah.
It would be a big box.
Terrible. Leaves not included.
PSP?
It's the one where he's on the table.
Hey, Laszlo, PSP? Everyone's giving up on the PSP,
I love it. It really upsets me because the
I love the PSP, but I saw it in Circus City before they went under for like nothing. They're just giving those things away now.
And for the holidays, nobody was developing for it. There's a game that just came out within the last week or two, Loco Roco 2, that's a lot of fun that I just picked up, and I think there's like a Resistance game coming out for it. I'd really like us to do another PSP game, because the two that we did are the top sellers.
What's going on with PSP? Why is that going away? Because of the phones or what?
I think maybe Sony's been focusing more on the PS3.
He's got a big cock.
I was just looking at that. What does he have in there?
What?
That guy from The Lost there. Wow, big cock.
Yeah. I think he's carrying a fucking a pterodactyl head in his fucking underpants.
Also, we've been developing a game for the Nintendo DS. There's a Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, and it looks like the original Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 that's got sort of the top-down look. So, and this, I
want to know what's going on with the PSP, that's all. I want to know why that's going away.
Can Xbox play Blu-ray?
No.
That's why I got PSP.
That's why you got PS3.
That's what I mean.
because the
PSP's going away.
Yeah, the handheld.
PS3's
Is this naked guy?
So this is a congressman who's getting a back rub, and your character Johnny, the biker, comes in to talk to him.
Can you rub his back?
No,
I want to help.
You want to help him?
Yeah, can you finger his rear?
Oh. Is there a...
The Asian guy's chopping him? Or is that a woman?
That's a woman.
Oh, a little Yankee cranky?
No, this is like an exclusive gentleman's club in the game where you can go get massages.
Here we go. All right, he's getting up.
You can pop up a little of the audio there. Oh.
See you tomorrow.
Tom Stubbs. How do you do?
Well, his hands on his
now
hips.
that you mention it, I'm starting to feel a little queasy. Don't be pathetic. No secrets here, pal.
Dick.
Now listen, I'm in a bit of a bother sport.
So you
Well,
think
I
you're
think they
okay
can fix
because
that with
you're seeing him from the
Can we start with the joke?
waist up.
Yeah,
and he's walking around.
Grossman tells me
naked.
you're reliable. Grossman? That guy's an asshole. Look, I'm not going to insult you.
The other guy keeps looking down at his cock.
Johnny.
I'm a cynic. I'm very needy. I need people to
you
like
see a little more.
A little few
I need people to
pubes.
like me so that they elect me. I need people to elect me so that I feel marginally less bad about myself when I stare into the mirror.
Very close there, almost on the top of the
being
head.
said,
Close.
I try to do a good deed here and there.
He keeps looking at his dick.
Democracy's a beautiful thing. Personally, I prefer a benign dictatorship without the pretense of choice. But let's leave the political discussion, shall we? Yes, let's.
Down his cock again. I never noticed
man
that.
has ensured that my chance of being reelected
They're
is
just
pretty much zero.
skirting the
What?
issue
Blackmail?
of actually
Not
showing
exactly.
his dick.
I need his money, and he hasn't died. What? You want me to kill your father? No, that's disgusting. How could you suggest such a thing? My father died years ago. Thank God. No, my uncle. That sanctimonious do-gooder controls the family trust.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Yeah, give me that trust, too. I'll ruin it.
So is being arrested for drug running and spending the next 30 years in prison.
That's a good actor.
You and your little gang,
What?
I mean.
Yeah, who did this? Very good.
I see.
Senator.
You make a wonderful politician. I know. Now, you've got to get the old goat today.
We're just all waiting to see his fucking
It's a bunch of guys sitting around.
computerized cock.
I know. It's like real life.
Babbling. He's just babbling on, and
Levis will give you a package on the way out.
So you think you're safe?
Yeah.
Oh, and Klebitz.
Oh, my God.
I am what I am. But I look out for those who help me.
What an awful computer penis.
Beautiful.
And I love how they had him right before the end. He actually thrust his penis towards the camera.
Yeah. It's very funny.
It's the first male penis
full
in a
frontal
in a video game.
Yeah. You should be able to shoot his dick off. That would be nice.
There was no full frontal in Galaga? I could swear I saw that.
That took us some doing, by the way, to get that through.
Really?
Took us
I
some,
can imagine.
Took us some doing.
Would you have to say, look, it's flaccid, it's not sexual in any way, he's just naked.
Could the other guy have kicked it if you wanted him to?
Just kick him in the balls. That's where video games are going. Right for the genitals. So you kick him in the nuts.
Well, in the game,
if
you shoot people in the leg, they'll yell, "Oh, you shot my leg!" And
yeah. Oh.
I got an email from one of your listeners that said they shot a guy in the leg, and it said, "You broke my knee, dude." I said, "Was that intentional?" I go, "Of course it was intentional."
Yeah, who says that? That isn't stupid.
Previously fat
Broke my
Bob
knee,
Kelly.
man. I know. Dummy. Ruined everything for us.
Laszlo, good job, man. So let's do the big plug so we can get the hell out of here.
No, sure. Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned, you can download it. If you have Grand Theft Auto 4 on your Xbox and you have Xbox Live, you can download this. I think it's $20, and it's got a ton of missions, new TV and radio and comedy scenes, and
looks fucking great.
It's amazing.
Male frontal nudity.
That's very funny.
The strippers, let's not forget, look very, very good.
Yes.
They move like real strippers in this game.
Yeah.
They're About as mentally stimulating as that coffee book table, bitch.
And Laz, there's also all new. There's like new weapons, new bikes, new vehicles.
Correct, and new physics for the bikes. The bikes are easier to ride because you're a biker.
It's amazing. I love jumping on these bikes.
If you want to check out some of the clips, including the one with Eastside Dave as Smithy, the stunt boy, and also a clip of the Republican Space Rangers cartoon that we did for the game, go to rockstargames.com and click on the Lost and Damned. There's even a caricature of Eastside Dave on that page.
That's fucking JFK, no?
Yes, you are.
Holy shit. He's at the airport. JFK airport.
Oh, yeah.
Looks exactly like it. What the fuck?
Yeah, they really
That's
did a
just
great
amazing.
job of hooking it
Amazing.
up.
All right. We're gonna get the
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
We got to get out.
We got to go.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I think that's it. Anything else? Everyone okay? Good? Everyone?